add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these adventures such extent. I gave in, I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 steps forward and I take 3 steps back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of freedom, week no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and then you find it and get buried underneath the happiness, the pain, and you be getting no relief. What the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention, God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart, let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sit and wonder. Are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, what I made of. I suggest that you just keep it zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a
Hey guys, give me just a second.
Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I am back, I am better than ever. I survived a little storm and kept my own shit together. But aside my desperation, I was seeking desperate measures. There's a change up in the seasons, and I'm just a little weathered. There's a thin line between happiness and misery. Pursuit of truth, life is not a fucking mystery. Get a clue, common sense is not your enemy. I was just like you, concerned with just the victory. I used to be a hothead, got a firm grip on my temper. I'm on that next level, balanced out, I'm centered. Pain is dangerous, it seems to be my motivator. I'm the type to shoot first and ask the questions later. Can't tell me nothing, this motherfucker knows I tried. I sent him messages, 1,000 prayers with no reply. Can't call my nightmares with a motherfucking lullaby. So fire up that cigarette, pour a shot to multiply. Lean back, come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me.
Welcome everybody.
Come on, get relaxed, take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. With clenched fists, my hands steady. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and my palms sweaty. I'm so afraid, in a state of panic. I'm a basket case. I step back, I'm hell bent. In this first attempt, gotta keep the pace. If God forgives, I'm ready to live this life full of unpromised days. So fuck it now, I'm all in. Hate motherfuckers wanna keep me down, and what goes around, it comes around. If heaven don't want me, then I'm hellbound. And inside my man, it's Southside land. Set fire to the past, walk through these ashes, fighting for the best. Step back, ready shopping. Come and take a ride with me, motherfucker. Hop in, welcome back, got a full clip. All aboard this crazy train. I'm running no car.
Does someone care to share it in the Telegram right quick? I've got something else pulled up on Telegram right now. I'd appreciate it.
Drive myself crazy with the reasons why I can't come to terms with the word goodbye. And the reason is there's no reply. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades, color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades, color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days, darkest days. So I sit back and relax, still asking myself the same questions.
I was watching M's video. Did you guys see it?
My fist is gut wrenching. Show me the way to the peace that I'm missing, I'm not religious. But remember this, I live my life with the best of intentions. Don't bullshit me, it's hard to believe. And everything around me is so diseased. So answer this, who the fuck are you? And who the fuck am I supposed to be? Should I listen to God and all his prophets?
It does seem like everybody's claiming birth certificate, blah, blah, blah today. It's weird, huh? Or over the last few days, I guess I should say.
Show me the beauty when the color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight in my darkest days. Spread some sunlight in my darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades. Give me the courage so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight in my darkest days. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my sideshow. Enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit. This family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent, I gave in. I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 steps forward and I take 3 steps back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of feeling weak, no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and then you find it and get buried underneath the happiness, the pain, and you be getting no relief. What the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention. God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart, let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sit and wonder. Are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, but I made up. I suggest that you just keep it zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scam.
Let's switch the music around right quick. Sorry, I was distracted by, you know, the more lovely comments.
Some of us meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss them off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss them off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They rework and copy on Cox that came first. 9th inning, 2nd string, and they acting like they know hitters. Ass on slow and bullshit and runs to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience, it's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, these leeches, with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby eating heathens, believing in reason with no meaning.
To the new banking and med beds? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think you can't even have a satellite phone in a room with the med beds. The two quantum satellites and quantum med beds cancel each other out. You have to leave your phone at least 16 nautical miles away and at an elevation of at least 1,000 foot above the bed. I know it's tricky, but strap it to a plane, a drone, and just send it into orbit.
You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store.
All right, guys, here we go. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Welcome, Zay. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Here we go.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people.
Welcome, everybody. I am Will Bard. This is the Cold Beer Confessional on the Backup channel. Of course, we've been silenced on YouTube. I'm sure by mass reporting and this and that, whatever. I was just reading some very helpful comments. I got one pulled up for you. I think you'll enjoy this. It's almost written so eloquently. It's basically a poem. Are you ready for this? I can't read the whole thing. It's kind of too long, but I will read. I'll read the start and the finish of it. How about that? Here we go. Where did it go? Where did it go? That's not it. Oh, did it disappear? The fuck happened to it? Did someone delete it while I was reading it? Somebody was celebrating the strikes. That wasn't it. Intel. That was good. That was good. Huh. It appears it disappeared. That was a really good one too. Oh well. I guess the universe. Maybe Scott McKay put it in there, and the universe canceled it out. I hear the universe has his back now. I don't know. But I had a really good one, and it's just gone. It's very strange. Anyways, back over here, I guess. I don't know what happened. It was supposedly calling me out and saying that there's no difference between me and Doug, and since I'm smart and Doug's dumb, clearly that I'm the one being paid for. And that everybody else is just accidentally stupid, and I'm the one that's being paid for by the federal government, and I'm a plant. It went into great detail of how they know I'm a plant, how they could prove I'm a plant, but it seems as if they must have deleted it right about the time I was going to read it live, which is very strange. It was like 4 paragraphs too. I don't know where the fuck it went. Let me make sure I'm not looking over it. No. I like the ones that people call me out for now pushing hopium or whatever. That's kind of funny, but yeah, I guess it's gone. Damn it. And here I was. Oh no. Oh, it's back now. It's back. No, that's not it. I lied. It's not back. That's not it. That's not it. Damn, I was going to start off. Oh, here it is. Actually, it is back. It is back. It's a lot more than 4 paragraphs. It says, so fake Will, and fake's capitalized. You begging, dude? Nothing you offer is positive or helpful. Not a peep about a solution for yourself or for anybody else. They hit S instead of A. For me, veteran suicide and veterans homelessness in America is huge. You losing your house, if it's true, is nothing. Get a clue, dude. Wouldn't that be veterans homelessness? Take some responsibility for where you are at. You stated there's been $10,000 raised. Buy a bus and live in it. Let me skip down. The poor me scam takes precedence. A tearjerker cranking my violin video. Will, Watching you with your daughter was creepy as hell. You're a phony, Will, and a Jezebel spirit. I don't have a daughter. Disgusting cussing in a video intro says it all about who you are. Get some self-respect and man up. And for sure, you are not filled with the Holy Spirit, not led by the Holy Spirit, not a patriot. You mocked God and this country. Let me skip down. There's another spot. In my opinion, you are a plant, Will. Working for the traitors, you spew hate and shit yourself. And your mocking and attacks got old. Your Gasara video was hilarious. Then after that, I got tired of your negativity. Yep. Any site who has mentioned Khazarian Mafia, you go after them, Will. USS Liberty, go ahead, Will. Prove me right. Don't ever mention USS Liberty and defend those Zionist devils. Well, USS Liberty was a U.S. naval vessel that was attacked by, supposedly accidentally by the Israeli government. So, proved you wrong. Thank you for the donation. Beg, Will. And wife in tow. Oh, you don't want to mess with Mariah. You and Doug are the same. The rubberish grifter videos are equally as pathetic as yours, except Will, you are very talented and comedic. That was a change of pace. And intelligent. That was a big change of pace. I'll give you that. Doug is not very bright. That's obvious. So who is being paid here? You, Will. You are. And yes, the 4th is a satanic holiday. That's probably why you didn't get your paycheck from the government. Look it up, folks. Yes, there is evil on the planet. Controls and spells and psychopaths running our lives. Bottom line, I'd trust a flea on a dog's back more than these grifters. And more than you also. Bologna Fried and Scott gave out no valid email. Scott said his body is full of metal and that his Harley ineptitude problem. Sasha and the Freak, the Aussie, same hogwash. Oozes from them. Charlie, the pedo guy, Fairy Land Doctor, and Mel the Mouth, just like the rest of the club. They're all in sync and polish each other's butts holes. That was weird. Butts and holes. That's the game plan. And in the mix is probably a dissing guy like Will, or Intel Lady, or Lightworker Lady, or however you spell it. However, there is some truth that seeps out from every one of the grifters. Discern you all and don't. I repeat after me, don't send any of these grifters one red cent, especially CBC. There you have it, folks. I wish I would have had the applause queued up. I feel unprepared now. I wish I would have had that ready to go. Apparently, me and the Lightworker Lady are here. So they got really upset. This is the 3rd comment they left on the channel. I don't know if you know this, and I don't even know how to do it on desktop, but if you click someone's, if it's your channel, no, even if it's not your channel, if you're on mobile on your app and you click someone's comment under a video, it tells you how many times they've commented on the video. Or how many times they've commented on the channel and this video and blah, blah, blah. So I clicked on it. There was that comment. There was a comment on the Nasara Gasara video laughing. Like just thinking it was funny. And then there was one more where they had like I would say 30 to 40 minute rant on how they hate Jewish people, and then it got removed by YouTube, and then they freaked out about it. So clearly they weren't a fan of me making fun of Jason calling out the Khazarian Mafia. I don't know. There he is. There's Bulldozer. That's the guy that I shouted out yesterday, guys. He was on the TV and figured out how to make it to the chat. Thanks for joining us, man. The first video I want to start off with, first of all, Will Bird, CBC, you guys know all the links and stuff. We're on the backup channel. I don't think I need to. I'm gonna drop them in the chat just to make them easy when the bot brings them up, but I don't think I need to shill them out, right? You guys know how to donate if you want to. They'll pop up. You can just click on the links. You can also join us, wish list, merch, all that stuff while we're on the backup channel. You're more than welcome to use it. What else? Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and when we go back to the main channel, just stay subscribed to this one just in case. That'll be the easiest way to know if we ever get banned again. It's hard to get the word out. I'm thinking about putting this shit on a on a web service itself, like on a website itself, and maybe broadcasting there all the time. That way, if I'm ever banned, at least it'll be there. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what we're going to do. As soon as we get our channel back, make some headroom there. We got a channel coming up Monday. I'm going to be on iHeartRadio. Tuesday, we have a video with me and Em and Tony and Pimpy and Ross TV, so don't miss that. I don't know. I think that's about it. The first video I want to show you, I've been watching this channel, The Overton Report. I've seen it before, and I liked what he had to say before. He's in South Carolina. He's concerned with not only South Carolina, but the federal government. He seems like a conservative guy, I think, and seems like he wants to take the country back. He wants to put the right people in charge. He wants to do the right thing. He has a video that someone shared with me on Telegram a little while back, and I wanted to share it on the show, and I forgot. I've already quoted this video a couple times, and I did look up to verify some of the information. It's actually a really good video. You're not going to like it if you're a big fan of Lin Wood, but I do think it's the truth, so I would appreciate you at least watching it. Check it out. I don't know if that's copywritten or not. It doesn't sound like it. So that said, I actually think China is our ally. Let me ask, with what's going on, let me ask you a question, because China does not want to be controlled.
Welcome, everyone.
China does not want to be controlled by Rothschild's bank, so China is our ally. That was Lin Wood saying that a few months ago, on a hidden... he didn't know he was being recorded, and he was only speaking to one person instead of an audience.
My name's Corey Allen, and this is the Overton Report. Now, it's been a minute since we've done it in this format, but I'm super...
But why would China want to fuck with us?
Things that we wanted to rework, and
I don't even like Chinese boys.
I've been doing mainly live videos and all of these fights that we have been winning, and boy, have we been winning. The reason that we're bringing this format back at this time is because...
So, I tried to share this video with somebody else, and they were like, yeah, that damn liberal piece of shit. I looked up his channel. I'm pretty sure this guy's conservative. He's fighting to end mask mandates. He's fighting to get kids back in school. He's fighting for no new taxes. He's fighting for a lot of conservative stuff. I haven't seen anything that made him liberal or blah, blah, blah.
There's something that I need to discuss with you, and I've debated doing it for a while. I have just tried to stay out of it.
What he mentions when he's talking about winning is pushing back against the mask mandate.
I've seen the hate. I've seen the vitriol.
That's Rudy Giuliani's hair. He purchased it online and he wears it. It melts halfway through the show.
But I've come to a point where I really believe that staying silent on this issue, or continuing to stay silent with regards to it, is going to do more damage than going ahead, putting it all out there, and discussing it in good faith. Because...
You know, she meant it towards Ollie. People, that's not the first time that's come up. People think that people don't. We've explained it before. Ollie had cysts on his brain when he was in the womb, and after he was born, in the same general region, they found scarring on his brain, maybe a rupture or brain bleed, and that's what caused Ollie's delay.
To be honest, it's gotten out of control at this point, in my opinion. So here goes. It is my belief that Lin Wood has gone too far at this point. Okay? I know I just lost a lot of followers and a lot of viewers, but please just hold on, South Carolinians. Please just hold on and let me get through this. Let me tell you how I feel, and maybe we can talk. Or maybe you'll see something. Is my belief that Lynn is damaging conservatism in South Carolina, like hardcore right now.
Oh,
The
that's
things
better.
he says are questionable at best, and the leading questions he asks are nefariously misleading, at least half the time. Well over half the time, probably.
Somebody shooting fireworks
If this was
around?
a courtroom, there would be objection after objection after objection of leading the witness, hearsay, speculation, and all sorts of other things. But this isn't a courtroom. I'm not a lawyer, right?
What I'm worried about Lynn Wood is he has such a devout following, and the shit is getting progressively crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier, that he might be here to discredit us all and take down as many people with him as he can.
Before I start, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction, and this isn't because I think I'm a prophet or I believe I can see the future, but it's because this is what happens every time I try and have these discussions with a person who sees Lynn as the greatest thing since sliced bread. Every question I ask and answer will be ignored, tossed out the window, or the response will be another irrelevant question or an accusation about me, right? Rather than just answering some of the questions that I put out there. Now, before I show you what really convinced me that this is all just a game,
I want you to pay very close attention to this next part. This is a claim that Lynn Wood has made for, I think it's over a year now when I looked it up. I can't remember what he says the time frame. Lynn Wood claims that he has evidence that his next door neighbor has kids and an area underneath his house where he tortures them. Not his kids, someone else's kids. He has the evidence to prove it all, but he hasn't released it because it's not time yet. We're not ready for the evidence. If I see someone just act strange around a kid, matter of fact, I don't want to tell that story, but let me find out where I just lost the video. But let's just say I've been in a situation where someone was just pulling a kid strangely, like in a very strange fashion, like the kid was uncomfortable and didn't want, not like, Mom, I don't want to leave yet, but like, hey, I don't know you, dude, and ended up stopping a situation there. Like there's no way that you could tell me that I have evidence of my neighbor, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys are ready yet. I don't know.
It's gotten out of control at this point, in my opinion. So here goes. It is my belief that Lynn Wood has talk, or maybe you'll see something, is my pleading at least half the time. Well over half the time, probably. The thing is, if this was a courtroom, there would be objection after objection after questionable at best. I tell you how I feel, and maybe we can talk. Or maybe you'll see something. Is my belief that Lynn is damaging conservatism in South Carolina, like hardcore right now. The things he says are questionable at best, and the leading...
God damn it. I'm sorry. This is Telegram. If I move my mouse too much, it thinks I want to scroll
Every question I ask and answer will be ignored, tossed out the window, or...
No, I'm just going to move off that page. I can't fuck it up now.
Or an accusation about me, right? Rather than just answering some of the questions that I put out there. Now, before I show you what really convinced me that this is all just a game to this guy, whereas, you know, for a lot of us who live in South Carolina, this is much more than a game. This is policy that affects our day-to-day lives, because we're just the little guy. We don't have the millions of dollars or the multiple plantations, right? Or the million people following and hanging on to our every word from all across the country. But let me ask you this question before I get started. If I were to tell you, me and you are talking, if I were to tell you that I personally have evidence, proof, video, that my neighbor has a dungeon in his basement where he murders and tortures children, I'm telling you that I have this proof. And I'm telling you that the dude is currently doing it, right? And then when you ask me to provide that proof, I keep saying it's not the right time. It's not the right time to show that evidence to the world, to we the people. We the people.
It's not the right time to show it.
Okay. How long could I hold on to that evidence and not show it while claiming I have it before I actually become an accessory to those crimes? before
Exactly.
I begin to carry at least
At some point, you're at least condoning it
for more and
if
more
you don't
children
stop it.
being hurt and tortured. Because again, this is me telling you that I have the evidence. I have everything I need. I have all the proof. But I can't release it because it's not the right time. So how long do I get to do?
Yeah, you couldn't even keep me to wait for the police.
Actually on my hand.
Me and you are going to the safe,
The one who has
and then we're going in that house.
refusing to
There
show
ain't no
it.
fucking way.
Authorities with their hands completely tied behind their back because I'm the only one who can prove it and I refuse to. So let me just say this. If I, Corey Allen of the Overton Report, ever have any evidence or proof of children being tortured, murdered, sexually assaulted, and sex trafficked, I will release it to the world immediately. Okay? I'm not going to wait to build my following. I'm not going to wait to get more likes or followers on any of my social media platforms. Linwood.
Yeah, the position we were in when I ran into the kid who looked like he didn't belong and the guy who looked like they didn't belong, we didn't go find the cops. We didn't take a picture. We didn't make a note or get a tag number. We stopped the guy and asked him, "Hey man, is that your kid? Is this your kid?" The kid said no, and the man didn't say anything. And when we went to reach for the kid's hand, he tried to run, and he got thrown up against a tree. Then we settled it with the cops afterwards. One of the females that was with us took the kid and found out that the guy had, the kid just kept saying, "I want to see my mom," and the guy had said, "Oh, well, your mom sent me to come get you. She's in my car. Well, that's where we're going. I was supposed to pick you up. She's waiting on you, blah, blah, blah." And the kid was just freaking out, screaming about his mom. Then we found the cops. This was here probably 10 minutes from my home at a 4th of July celebration back before PTSD and the military and all that shit. The guys I was with were already in the military, but I hadn't even joined yet. That was we didn't wait on nobody. There wasn't a right time to release it. I didn't have to prepare the public for the statement. Like, something was going on and it stopped right there. That's the way it should be.
Has claimed to have this evidence for nearly a year and still refuses to release it to the people, okay? I will provide that evidence if I were to have it without the slightest care in the world what happens to me. I would never allow
Jason Unruined.
Under the guise of it not being the right time.
Jason P.
That's a promise I can make to you.
It's before he found Q.
And you know I'm grassroots. You've seen me start from nothing and do what we do. I'm not a, multimillionaire lawyer or anything like that. But I can promise you, I wouldn't care what happened to me. I would give the evidence to we the people. So, with that being said, I would like to challenge Linwood to finally stop allowing these children to be killed and tortured, okay? By showing that evidence.
So he's going over the top here to call him out. But look, please stop in your official capacity as leader of this movement in whatever capacity that is, as a licensed and operating lawyer within the state of Georgia. I think he's licensed. Isn't he licensed to do law in South Carolina too? But anyways, please stop in whatever official capacity you have allowing these kids to be harmed by not presenting the evidence. If you got it, bring it out, and if you don't, you need to say you don't. Whether those are what we got. I don't know where you want us to go from there, but that's what we got. He's calling Lynn out. That's not what this video is about, but I do think that's a very, very, very interesting topic. When Linwood claims to have this evidence and then did nothing with it, and no one called him out. Like, where's this evidence? We need to go get this your neighbor guy who's being horrible to these kids.
To the people, because after all, doesn't he keep saying that we the people have a right to know the truth? Well, evidence is a huge part of getting to the truth. Anyway, there's something for
He's moving on now. That's not what the video's about. I want you to see this next part too.
most rabid fan base of Woods and Wood himself to ignore and make excuses for. But that's not why I'm here at all. No, that's just something that's been on my mind, and I just cannot get a straight answer to it from anyone. But this I can get a straight answer to. What I've come across is more concerning to me because I believe that it is true, okay, as opposed to the evidence claimed to exist. I believe this is true. I believe that some people are more inclined to talk about how they really feel when they're trying to convince another single person in a one-on-one conversation in comparison to when they're trying to tell a story to the masses or the public or their fans, right? Over the past 24 hours, you've seen Wood's Telegram get flooded with post after post claiming he is against the Chinese Communist Party and against China, who I would argue is our biggest threat domestically as well as foreign. They are a huge threat.
Oh, I didn't mean to make that go off.
They've been proven to be indoctrinating and recruiting Americans to do their dirty, infiltrative work for years and years and years. And it's great that he came out to say that. However, it made me wonder why the sudden offensive being taken against China on that Telegram channel. Sure, there have been some references, I think it was 25 or something, CCP Brian Kemp or the China virus, but nothing like what we've seen in the past 24 hours. Well, here's the thing. I can actually tell you why he did that.
I did check that. He has been going off on China
That we do have
before this video was released.
claiming that China is our biggest ally.
So, Lynn Wood's camp, Lynn Wood's family, or I'm sorry, Lynn Wood's handlers, his assistants, his blah, 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 found out that there was going to be a video released, Lynn Wood claiming that that China was our biggest ally. The reason how they found out was it got leaked to them, and then the day before, they asked him for a comment. They said, "Hey, we're going to publish this tomorrow. Can we get a comment?" So they found out a week early and then confirmed it the day before. Now, his Telegram had only mentioned China a few times before that. CCP Kemp and China, a couple of Chinas here and there. In the last year, it only mentioned it about 6 times, I think, as far as whoever's posted on the Lynn Wood Telegram. That week that they found out that this audio existed, that Lynn had been recorded, claiming that China was our biggest allies, it was post after post after post about how Lynn Wood hates China, trying to save face before this came out.
It's not outlining what's going on there. That's the question. Because China does not want to control and watch China making history that they are. Russia can watch China making system out of Russia. They don't want that. You better be your allies, or your enemies are going to be your allies. And if you better be your allies, or be your enemies.
Now, of course, we're seeing more and more evidence now regarding the unnatural creation of this virus by the Chinese government. And of course, China have infiltrated the United States with Confucius Institutes.
Exactly. At least we can laugh about it, Vicky.
Politics all day. And be careful, because if you and I ever get into a discussion of geopolitics and you let me go, we might be there all week, so bring some coffee. But one thing there's no nuance about is the fact that the Chinese government is the most atrocious, disgusting, and dehumanizing government that exists on the entire face of the earth. Unequivocally. For nearly an entire century, they've been involved in genocide, mass starvation, total control over the individual.
China is not outlining what's going on there.
And generally just against every single thing that true patriots in the United States believe in. Let's not forget forced abortions at the hands of the Chinese government with their one-child policy. That's not ancient history. I know people whose siblings were killed because of the one-child policy. I have spoken with them. Let's also not forget China's heavy hand in the child sex trafficking trade. Proven.
I actually think China is our ally in what's going on there.
The entire 1619 Project itself was conceived through Confucius Institutes and written by apologists for the Chinese Communist Party. Critical race theory is little more than Mao's Red Book of Communism rewritten to replace class with race. There's no question that China is the enemy of a free people. There's no question that China is an enemy to the American way. So, Mr. Wood, I know you've told me you'd give me an interview no less than half a dozen times, having me even answering the phone at scheduled times so you guys could cancel. But hey, here's attempt number 7. Let's talk about why China is really our ally, because I don't believe that.
I actually think China is our ally in what's going on there.
But I do believe you. I do believe you. And for everyone else, I'm a conservative. I am a conservative. I am a liberty-loving American, and I go into the trenches to fight alongside you and anyone else who's fighting for liberty.
That's right, Joel. Could somebody pass the offering bucket? I appreciate it.
Values or my liberty-oriented mindset into question. It's not possible.
I'll pull a Joel Osteen over here.
Who told me that I was a rhino and a part of the establishment. But here's the thing. Lin is a smart man. He's very smart. Very, very intelligent man. So I can't give him the benefit of the doubt when he needlessly harms grandmothers and small businesses in the state of South Carolina, in our state of South Carolina, for purposes of growing a following or whatever other reason. The fact is, there's no excuse for it. China is not our ally. And holding on to evidence of children being hurt while more children are being hurt under the guise of it not being the right time is wrong. End of story. No discussion needed. I will stand with anyone in the fight for liberty. I'll stand for what's right no matter what. And I will always place principles over personalities regardless of the personality that I'm thrown up against.
Well, there you go. That's the Overton report. I think it was a good job calling Lin out. I'm glad he was able to find that footage that had come out. I thought that was a pretty good coverage of that. Now, that channel is called the Overton Report. You guys can check it out on YouTube if you want to. He's got, I don't know, this only got 500 subscribers, but I think he's been shot down before. Because I know I've seen him before, and I feel like he had more subscribers back then. But you guys are more than welcome to check him out. I do think it's strange that Linwood says he has evidence that his neighbor did this, but he hasn't done anything with it. And why would he publicly call Chinese the greatest threat and horrible and blah, 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 and privately, when he doesn't know he's being recorded, say that they're our biggest ally, or that he really thinks they're not our biggest, but he really thinks they're our ally. All right, the next person we're going into, guys. If you need the donation link, it should be in the coffee or in the coffee. The coffee one and the Cult Club one should be in the chat. They just pop up randomly. CultClub.com, buymeacoffee.com//cold beer. Buymeacoffee.com/cold beer. I'll make sure they start again because I had to restart the chat a second ago. Maybe they're not working. Anyways, back to the video. We're going to move on to another one here. This is going to be, I haven't watched this video. I know who this person is. I know what she claims. I just looked for a long video of her. Tony in the chats had a run-in with her. I think they were like BFFs for a while. So let's check this out.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The River's Edge. I am your host, Kelly Rivers. Your co-host, Sammy, is sleeping as he always does. He's not a very good host. And we have back CJ Dunning this time. I'm excited to have her back. We had her on with Our Town last time and with a group of people, and now she is alone,
CJ Dunning.
and we're going to be getting to know her. So as a recap, in case you guys didn't see the first video, CJ serves as vice president to the organization of Our Town, who I hosted last time. She is director of Under Siege. That's such a cool name. Marketing.
Under Siege. So her name is CJ. Her group is Under Siege, UNDERCEEJ. She claims to be also combat and gun trained, and she's another one of these special division female door kickers out here saving kids.
Networking. I know. I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
She's been confronted with some evidence and took off running once. So
Networking and influence. CJ has a major in pre-law, criminology, minor in sociology, political science from Northern Arizona University. During her time spent in Flagstaff, she was a competitive bodybuilder, ultimately placing WBFF Pro.
yeah, I plan on doing an in-depth show. I'm just trying to let everybody meet her through this, and then we'll move from there. This is just like to let everybody know what her claims are. Blah blah blah. We are opening the file officially. She's got a little manila folder with her name on it. Those, sir, are rifle proof. Okay, those are not flotation devices. Those are federally issued plates, rifle plates.
Now professional women's tackle football player. I don't know what any of that means, by the way.
That's okay.
I'm going to ask you, though. With the X-League playing comeback and safety for Denver Rush, founder for the Under Siege and Operation Under Siege, pending 501c3 child trafficking rescue and recovery.
Yeah.
2 times deathmatch champ, WBFF Pro, former WWE. And
I want to tell me if you guys think this would be cool. So I like to do an introduction. You guys know how I do it. We like to do an introduction video, and then I come back and I'll pull some more clips. I'll pull shows they went on, and then I'll build up to a full in-depth show. And we're building an even more. I got somebody help me with some research and help me put stuff together to build an even more in-depth, like finishing move shows, kind of. But I would like to have an animation. Build an animation where I can just type in the name, but it's just going to be like, taking out a file and like you stick the name to it and put it in the drawer and start adding paperwork and shit. I'm gonna add an animation for that.
NXT Diva. I love it. I don't know what any of that means, but I love it.
What an intro. I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
That is so much. How old are you? So you've done a lot. 28?
Yeah, I'm 28. Yeah.
What? How is that possible? Oh my God, that's a lot of stuff. And you're only 20.
Thank you. I feel a lot older. Like when I feel like I don't even know how old, but stuck in this chick's body somehow.
Because you've done so much, right? You must feel really old compared to like someone else your age, what they've experienced in life compared to what you've experienced.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So no, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, look at the first comment. I got to show you.
Okay.
What a warrior.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
So you have so much confidence to be able to do everything you're doing. So I want to get into each piece by piece, but I want to know first, like your childhood. How did you get so much confidence? Did you have that growing up?
Oh, wow. It's definitely been an acquired taste. I've had to put myself in situations that it really get me out of my comfort zone. So it's not something that was natural, I guess, but I was I'm the youngest of 3 girls.
Hey, Beer Man. 10 6-packs. Thank you very much. It's all I watch now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
My sisters were kind of already had their best friend.
Bulldozer.
Dynamic, and then I came about, and not to mention I'm like 100% different than anybody in my family. So just given my interests and whatnot, I think that I was always kind of just like off on my own doing my thing. So that's probably where it came from. But I'm a unique breed to say the least.
Wow. So your sisters aren't in the WWE also?
No, they're not. No. Everybody's married with kids. I'm not the black sheep because I'm like, a felon or something. I just literally have completely different interests. I was an athlete. My sisters were musicians. One was an athlete as well, but I'm much like my dad, I guess, where he played, rugby and tennis, and I kind of got my competitive edge from him for sure.
Oh, nice. So you didn't feel like, did you ever feel growing up that you were an outcast? So you're like, no, I just like this and they like that and it's fine. Oh,
I was an outcast everywhere. I mean, at school, everywhere. I mean, I I had like a friend in each group. So I always had like a variety of, you know, somebody, band geek. I had cheerleader friends. I had tennis friends. You know, I had all kinds
I'm sure.
a variety of
That's
things.
unusual.
So, what's that?
That's unusual.
It is. It's now I'm realizing as I, you know, grow up a bit, kind of, that it is unique, and it kind of makes sense why I do the things I do. So, yeah.
I love it. Okay, so by the way, she lives in Colorado. You grew up there, right? You just said that?
Yep, first grade on. Yep.
First grade on in Denver?
Yes, yep.
So you enjoy a lot of snow?
I am obsessed with snow. Like if I could live somewhere where it snows year round, like people hate going out when it's snowing or driving, and I'm literally the exact opposite. Like I pray for it to snow. Yeah. So
you would never live in California?
No, definitely not. I mean, but I will tell you though, I was standing in the water. Where was it? I think Newport Beach, and I was looking at a snow-capped mountain, and I was like, that is pretty unique. So I will give it that, but I think more just the people in Cali wouldn't allow for me to live there more than missing the snow. So
you people are crazy. We can't handle too many independent thinkers out here.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why I'm still here.
Okay.
I wanted to get into more of her story. There's a bunch of inconsistencies, stuff she claims about what her qualifications are, what she's actually qualified to do, her pulling information on people, kicking doors, wrestling people, saving kids, pulling guns, just a lot of things.
I know, but I think about, like I was telling you before, I was just telling CJ before, I'm like, I love Colorado. I've always loved it. I love visiting there, and I thought maybe visiting there, but
this is Madison Marquette after everybody with a penis assaulted her.
I'm sorry, moving there. But it feels like a big dust bowl almost, like it's a big desert. It is the high desert. But I like a lot of green. I like a lot of trees too. I guess you can get that if you go north, maybe towards Boulder, you think?
Yeah, Boulder's beautiful, but that's probably like the most liberal spot you could be in Colorado.
Okay, this is the housing market. Let's move on to something.
It was known as a good town.
That's crazy. Wow, it's like a lot of military people, a lot of conservatives, because the Air Force Academy's down there as well. But it's pretty. I mean, Colorado's beautiful. It really is. You just have to. And the thing is too, like if you get a ski pass, it's like 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours of traffic. So if you go up for the day, like you have to kind of make it into an overnight trip. So which we used to just go for the day all the time, but just there's so many people here now that the traffic's insane.
Like me going to Tahoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do Tahoe anymore because without traffic, it's 4 hours. But now the past, I'd say 15 years, it's been like 6 hours, 7 hour drive. And I'm like, I'm not down with that.
See, yeah, you got to like make a whole 3-day trip.
Wow, this is I'm on the edge of my seat, for real.
Exactly. Let's go down to Arizona. And I think we are in Arizona, to the real Arizona. It's beautiful. It's 30 minutes from Sedona. Again,
I forgot to show Tony M. I'm sure while you guys are both here, you guys seem like art connoisseurs. I'm sure you guys would appreciate this little piece of art we have here. Check this out. Uh-oh. That is a Doug, a.k.a. Jabba Kuzma. Velcro shoes, Doug the Slug. Doug makes me look skinny. I've never heard of him. That's what Lynn Wood said. This is a good one, dude. This is a good one. Groiper, reach out to me, guys. He needs high-quality headshots of Tony and M and Justice. High-quality headshots. You can take them with your phone. Or whatever, but just a headshot, just your head. He'll clip it out. That's a good one.
From Phoenix, so I did my studies I got everything done in 4 years with criminology and pre-law. So that was awesome. I was able to do my internship up there and work through college, and then graduated and came right back to Denver. So it was amazing, and I highly recommend NAU if you're looking into criminology as well.
Did you ever consider staying in Flagstaff?
You know, I did. There was a job that came up, but it's such a college town, and it's so small that it's almost like
I know they're boring as fuck right now, but he's actually really good at it. He made Liam's too. I don't know if you guys. He made Liam one for his birthday. It's freaking awesome.
You're not there for college. It would be hard to like find your groove and fit in. So I made the choice to come back home, but I wouldn't be opposed to if something came up in Flagstaff. I love it so much. I wouldn't be opposed to going back.
See, that's one of those spots. I didn't tell you about that earlier.
That's Liam's there.
And I wanted so what I was telling you, I wanted more trees and green.
Oh, yeah.
They got him that for his birthday, and he's part of my series, the journalism series. He did a really good job.
there too, all throughout Snowflake Mountain. It's amazing. And it's, it's small enough to where you still feel like it's home. You can grasp that. Really the best way to do it. There's minimal shops. They still have a mall and everything in Flagstaff, but this.
Are we, outgeek me. I thought we were really going to wrestle, Em. I would be a fan of doing some type of meetup and benefit wrestling. I have to tell you, though, when I wrestle, I wear nothing but a light coat of baby oil and a smile. So be ready.
Shopping is definitely way better in Phoenix and Scottsdale area. Yeah.
I'll do the full backdoor sweep.
I can't do the heat. The heat
It
is
is
too
hot. Florida's where it's at when it comes to concern.
Jesus Christ, it's Colorado, people. You can't spend 20 minutes on it.
And then there's more bugs, cockroaches.
I haven't talked about the state of Colorado for 20 minutes in my entire fucking life.
It's disgusting. But again, a great place though, great people.
But you're right. Yeah, I see stories about the alligators in people's yards. I'm like, well, there must be water
Yes.
nearby. How far do they travel away from the water?
I think pretty far, but the thing is there's water everywhere. Like I thought it was going to be, I was like, oh, this, this apartment complex is on the water, but that's like everywhere in Florida. So I thought it was this big deal, but so pretty much my understanding from being there is everywhere. They're everywhere. You have to be really careful. Like
So if you have to call, it's like he should not move to Florida.
No. Yeah, no, you have to be very careful. A lot of people have like those screened in pools, where it's like just a big screen so that, well, I think it's a lot to do with bugs, but also, yeah, if you have like smaller animals, it's dangerous.
All right, Sammy, we're not going to Florida.
No, Florida.
You don't have to worry. It's okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so why did you major in, I'm looking, pre-law and criminology?
I have a very, very analytical mind. And to be honest, when I was studying criminal justice, and I've always wanted to help people in some way, shape, or form. But I realized that it's not victims' justice. If it were victims' justice and there was more advocacy to help victims within the criminal justice system, it would make sense to work within it.
Speaking of wrestling, I don't know if this is why you guys started talking about wrestling, but CJ was a diva, right? I'm pretty sure she was like a diva for wrestling.
But my senior thesis was kind of about that. I was like, I didn't pay attention to the title of my own degree, which is Justice for Criminals. But I've always been really good at the analytical part of that when it comes to dissecting crime or looking at the possibilities of who's at fault. And so, yeah.
She read the warning label on a sample saline she took home.
It's really hard to cheat on me. I'll tell you that much. My mentality is just kind of works that way. And it's just something that's naturally made sense to me. It's not that it's not difficult area of focus by any means, but it just makes sense. I think a lot of other things are forced to make sense. Like math for me, it's just, there's no point to it to me. That's something that I'm like 2 + 2 is always 4.
Oh, okay. She was a flop.
So this is something with endless possibilities. Every case you deal with is different. So
I heard somebody say that or something about it. Maybe it was that she failed.
Over again just isn't there. It'll never be there within that career path.
Yeah, there's a lot of creativity involved as well. It's not all just left brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, welcome, Mary. Thank you.
What did you do after college?
So I came back to Denver and thought, what am I going to do?
This is another person who claims to be rescuing all these children and kicking down doors and pointing guns at people and commanding a team kind of deal. We're trying to get to her story, but so far it's been 28 minutes on the state of Colorado.
And selling, if you can't sell, that's what life is. Every idea, every placement, whether you're selling yourself through integrity or you're selling what you do, as a product, that's what life is. So I'm so thankful to have that. I stayed in that, let's see, for a bit, and I'm bad with dates. So the years I was doing that.
You always know that you're on a good channel when it says get your OmniQuard EMF protection at kellyrivers.com.
I'm not going to quote all
Maybe we should do a profile on Kelly.
But it's what really got me, right out of college. That's what I was doing, and I've come back to it multiple times. So it'll always be in my heart. I love that industry so much.
I do love recruiting also. I consider because I've been in sales my whole life, and I consider doing recruiting because it is a sales job also. And I love the idea of finding the person, the right fit for something that makes them happy, makes the company happy, or wherever they're going.
Yeah,
but I never did get into it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're doing interviews right now, right?
Is that supposed to be OmniGuard? And instead of GU, they just put a Q on OmniQuard. OmniQuard.
You're doing that, and you're understanding people, and then it would just be taking that information, and finding something suitable for them. You'd be great. You might really, really love it. It's hard though. I'll warn you, it is extremely hard, but it's worth it. It's great.
By the way, we may have won a small war. I don't know if this guy wants his name mentioned, but one of you guys out there who watches the show. saw that Madison Marquette was going to be on the War Room with Steve Bannon. Let me read you the message. We may have won a small battle in this war. Not me, you guys. I didn't do this. I had nothing to do with it. It said, not sure if you saw this yet or not, but Madison was scheduled to be on Steve Bannon's War Room with a pastor here in SoCo that actually does rescues. He's a former Marine, and that's what he does. So I messaged him and I said, are you for real? Have you seen her claims? They can't be true. You have to be nuts to be on this show with her. Madison had already posted a banner on her Telegram talking all about it. Well, it seems she is no longer going to be on that episode. So, hell, that's a win right there. That's a win.
So after I met you the first time, I don't want to tell you this, but
That's okay.
I liked you so much. I texted David Rodriguez, who I've interviewed before. I'm like, I met this girl. She's so beautiful. You guys would be so perfect together. And he's like, who? I said, CJ Dunning. And he's like, I know her. I'm like, no, you don't. And do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, no, I know who David is. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
But yeah, he's like, no, she's really cool. He has a girlfriend. But anyway, so I'm like, she probably doesn't want to know that I'm trying to set her up behind the scenes.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, David's great. I haven't talked to him in a while, honestly. But that's he's really cool. There's so many of us out there too. It's like we all inevitably will know each other at some point just through this whole truther movement.
Oh yeah. The truther movement.
Such a big age difference, though.
Anytime someone latches onto the truther movement, I don't want to be associated with it. And I don't think you should anymore. The truther movement has already got a bad name. It's already going downhill, and it's only going to get worse. If you're actually legitimately telling the truth, you better give that name up.
That matters, but I never, just physically, you're both beautiful people.
Oh, so. No, thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's funny because he's a fighter. I'm a wrestler, so it just kind of come up in commonality of conversation before. So yeah.
He's a fighter. I'm a wrestler. Physically, you're both beautiful people. Physically. That's what I was going to say about M. You're a beautiful person. You deserve to find real love.
I know. I appreciate that. That was sweet of you.
So how long did the wrestling last?
So let's see. I was out there for 6 to 8 months, I think, total. And then I broke my tailbone and I was wrestling like crap, honestly, because you almost get in trouble. I don't want to say it like that. You hide your injuries because if you show that you're physically you're not equipped for that sport, then you're seen as physically unable. So I was wrestling on my back, broken my tailbone and a little bit through my spine, probably for about a month if I can remember correctly. But I didn't say anything and I didn't know it was broken until after I was released. So I'm sure my wrestling looked subpar for sure. And there was just a lot that was their they went from divas to women's wrestling through the women's revolution. So I was there through that. And they started bringing on some of the UFC fighters. Right after that's when Ronda Rousey signed. They were signing wrestlers that had wrestling experience as well because they were growing so fast. So I came in at a time too where it was like, I had never wrestled. And typically they prefer that, but it's a long ramp up period. You can't just go from a tennis player, bodybuilder to professional wrestler overnight. I mean, it takes a long time. So yeah, it was a unique time to kind of be signed and be in that realm. But I still wrestle to this day. Actually, I was traveling to wrestle before all this COVID stuff hit, of course. But I do wrestle now. I just did another death match, so I'm 3-time champ death match here in Colorado. It's weird. I talking about myself. It's like this whole thing's about myself. It's hard to. I'm like, I'm just over here. I don't mean it in arrogance. I'm just trying to talk about what I've been doing. But so yeah, I'll always wrestle as long as I can walk. Honestly, I'll wrestle.
Really? You don't get lucky. We get physically injured though, like having your body thrown around.
I think that's why I feel so old, and then you add on football and I'm like, well, no wonder I feel like I'm 96, it's just crazy. But it's hard to understand from the outside.
Well, I like how she's modest about everything.
But full contact sports, I didn't know I had such a significant love for full contact sports until I got in the ring. Really hard. That's my outlet,
Right. So how come all the women wrestlers are so beautiful and do their makeup perfect?
You had a team to the ring. So they would be like a tag team member, but they would do more like ringside than they would do in ring is the best way to describe that. And then even with football still, they used to be like the lingerie football league.
Sucks.
I have watched so many YouTube on makeup and I'm terrible at it. Like
it's like, it's something you have to do. But I every time I'm doing it, I'm like, why do we paint this? What if we just never started wearing makeup? Like,
then what happened with you?
After wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Back into staffing, the company that I had left to go and wrestle was kind to just take me right back, basically. So I went right back home, lived with my family for a little bit because I needed help like putting my pants on, even and getting out of bed and stuff. I was so injured. So so thankful for my family. And then I kind of worked my way up in staffing, and then up until I decided to completely go off on my own. I originally had started a software company that utilized data science as a way to help with a tool, a CRM tool within staffing. So it's complicated to describe, but I had found an investment group to do that off on my own. Then the pandemic hit. So it was probably the worst time to start a business and go off on your own. Then we had an investor pass away, and our other investment was attached to oil and gas. So as you can tell, plus the pandemic. So basically we just had to stop. And then I've stayed an entrepreneur. Somehow, some way, I have managed to find, my passion, almost come back into the realm of criminal justice in a sense, but utilize that version for the trafficking space, which really has become significantly the runaway space.
Here we go.
So it's this progression of I've kept bodybuilding in to a certain extent. Football's there, wrestling's still around, but still managed to stay, a CEO of my world, I guess you could say.
I love that. The CEO of your world. You have many different facets, right, that you want to partake in, but you're not stuck to like a corporate job 9 to 5.
Yeah. For the most part. And things are, if I have to, that's fine. I love to work. So it's not that I'm anti, corporate America or anything like that. I just, I like to, I guess, more or less lead efforts of what's going on around me, and I like to help other people to see the leader potential in themselves as well.
I love that. I'm not against corporate world either, but I can't handle going to a desk. I used to do that, going to a desk every day. I did that for probably 5 years when I was 22, and then I'm like, or 4 years, and I'm like, nope, this is not for me. And I went into sales. I've always, you're independent when you're in sales, so you can create your own routine, your own life, the way you handle things, and that's so much more into that.
Absolutely. I worked for a staffing company before I went completely off on my own. They were just phenomenal. And they allowed you to basically be your own business. And I was actually running what's called a full desk, and I was 100% commission. So I either found people jobs or I didn't eat, that's how it was. But it allowed for me to, you're a true entrepreneur in that seat. They just allowed it wasn't a desk you sat at. It was, your executive leadership area. It was a big difference. So I was so thankful for them. They're a smaller company. And that's where I think smaller companies are the way to go rather than these large corporations, just so you can have the family at home. So, I'll do that for the rest of my life. But I think it's the dynamic of your surroundings that make you feel like you're a slave or you're doing some
stuff in life. By 28, I'm just in awe over that. And you're beautiful.
Thank you. It's easy. It's easy to be very accomplished by the time you're 28 when you're just making it up.
Thanks. I'm a handful. I have everybody fooled. I am a handful. Okay. But I don't know. I think that there's a difference between intelligence and wisdom. I think that I have a big heart. I'm an asshole with a big heart. Hope it's okay to cuss, but so I really care. So I think I overthink about everything, but that's allowed for me to build wisdom, because I understand things rather than just I don't understand people that just go through the motions and everything's meaningless. It's like, I look at everything like, why are we here? What are we doing? And why are you doing that? And that comes with analyzing people. Right. So I think I just try to understand things more, and it's allowed for me I don't really know what it is, but if I could guess, I guess that's why.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. So I'm looking at my left, I have your notes here. How did you get in with Our Town, and how did they, because you were already doing the child trafficking stuff, and then that's how you connected with them? Yeah. So
I decided that the trafficking space, or the space of it's really just missing children, and that's so complex. So trafficking has become more of a proactive pursuit for me of strategy rather than a reactive strategy.
All right, real quick. Trafficking exists. It does happen. It's horrible. I wish it didn't. We should work to end it. Nowhere near any level ever that they're going to present to you if they're doing this for the grift. Okay, they're going to be like, 800,000 kids, where'd they all go? Well, 99% of them were returned unharmed. Yeah, but 800,000, nowhere near that level, I'm telling you.
After they've been trafficked, let's try to analyze how it got there and get this at the root cause. I literally just jumped in. I did see a video, and I'm not going to say the name of the politician because it just puts people in danger, but I saw a child homicide video. I didn't mean to, but I saw it, and it was a celebratory ritual video. And I didn't eat or sleep for 3 days. And it changed me. It completely, it's soul shattering, some of this stuff that's going on in the world right now. And there's no way for me to cope with what I saw other than getting involved and doing something to help. And I didn't know how I was going to do that.
So she's claiming that she's seen this unproven, unvalidated, unavailable most of the time, frazzle drip or whatever they call it, the Hillary Clinton thing.
I just, took a swan dive off a cliff literally and was like, here we go. I knew that I'd be able to use some of my my degree finally, use some of it to help with this realm. But it's not that I necessarily studied this space in college. In fact, I don't even think the topic of trafficking was ever brought up in relevant.
I don't think so. I don't think it's the best idea to keep admitting that you're seeing these videos. So at some point, the FBI is going to be like, oh, someone sent you a video and you accidentally clicked it and you didn't know what it was and you regret it. That's one thing. Searching out to see these videos, even if it's because it makes you so mad, probably not the best thing to do or admit to.
To studying crime, which is really sad. So I took it upon myself to get a stack of certifications that would maybe work as tools that would allow for me to get involved in some of these cases. And I knew that the missing children space or that capacity was where this is.
Could you imagine how that Doug's Velcro would pop if he had if he was in the hotel room with this mama bear?
Huge gateway, and out of all the research I'd done, I just wanted to uncover, okay, where and why is this being neglected? And so through that, I found the runaway space is kids may be running away from something, but they're running into something way, way more dangerous than they can comprehend. And
sometimes that is true. So like runaways sometimes seek support or comfort or shelter with something that makes it a lot worse. So you end up being a runaway trying to get away from your family, and maybe it is legitimately a bad situation. Maybe your parents or your guardians are beating on you or blah, blah, blah. You got to get away and end up in a worse situation.
Trafficking, the luring, the grooming phases of that is actually extremely glamorous. People have this concept in their mind that it's pull up a creepy van and somebody kidnaps you. And yes, although that does happen in the foreign country perspective, it's your backyard. It's someone your kids sit in class with that's currently being trafficked and still attending school. It's a very harsh reality, and it's very, very misunderstood. So I just jumped in offering myself voluntarily to families that are experiencing a missing child and collecting resources to help them or becoming those resources myself, which a lot of it is just doing it myself. Whether that's furthering an investigation and in synchrony with law enforcement and the FBI, finding other resources or
in synchrony with law enforcement and the FBI. Typically, you won't find unless you're just calling into like a tip line, you won't find a whole lot of law enforcement that just randomly works with, some type of civilian that's out here saying, I know this, I saw that. One, because you got a bunch of nut jobs. Two, it's it becomes a liability. 3, they're just taking your word for it. 4, most people don't know how to gather evidence to where it can be used anyways in court or whatever, wherever you might need to use it, or just to prove enough for a warrant. Maybe a judge is just going to see it. There's ways the evidence has to be gathered to even be used. You don't find that a whole lot. That's usually a red flag unless there's an official press release saying the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has partnered with so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. We believe this is a great partnership. It'll lead to this, lead to that. That's usually a red flag unless somebody's officially announcing it to say, I'm in synchrony with the law enforcement.
To stack up to figure out where this kiddo's at. It's sad because a lot of people want to hate officers specifically for neglecting the space, but it's not necessarily the officers or agents. It's the system in which is in place that they work for that is built to neglect children. And that's exactly what it is. And what this child space is really more than naming it trafficking. It is the manufacturing of human life. That's what it is. So there, Sean with Our Town saw what I was doing, and I just went out there and I took a leap of faith, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. I don't know if somebody's going to come for me, but I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it anyway. And there's been a lot of stuff, but that's taken place. But Sean saw what I was doing. He said, listen, I'm involved in the space of kids with disabilities. I want to be more involved in the space of child trafficking and the missing children realm, but I can't stomach it myself. So I want to partner with you in other ways other than doing it myself, but let's expand this. So we basically grandfathered a bunch of different efforts collectively that all really go hand in hand really well together as well. For example, a lot of the cases I've dealt with, really the bulk of them are kids with disabilities that have run away. And those kind of vulnerabilities, and I say that because disabilities are not a vulnerability or anything other than a talent of capabilities. But some of those are taken advantage of when it comes to a disability that these scouters take advantage of. It's very sad. Or a broken home that is being taken advantage of.
I saw your message. Welcome, Dom. Thanks for joining us. you're not going to answer my Instagram comments. You at least show up. No, thank you for joining us. Dominic Izzo put a picture on Instagram, and it was like it was him. I guess, a few months ago, and him now, and he's fucking like ripped right on Instagram, and he was talking about the journey, and it was a Fitspiration or whatever they call it. And I asked, I'm asking for myself, how do I get to the before body? I know I can't get to the after. How do I just get to the before?
Attack to lure them in. Your home life is bad. Well, we can give you something better. And that's that grooming phase. So the disabilities realm popped up as a significant area of focus within the trafficking space when it comes to building a proactive strategy. So that's where Sean came in, and then we've grown. Siaka has the same concept of want and need to help out there. He's an amazing person. So that's where Gentleman has come about. So this monster nonprofit that has come about now it's so much more, and it's hard to even describe how it's all come together, because it's really
I don't know how in depth her claims are going to go here, but I've heard some of her claims about like being there with law enforcement, going in, kicking doors, blah blah blah, randomly showing up and saying, "Hey, we don't have time to wait for the cops. We're going to do this on our own," which basically turns into fucking breaking and entering.
been nothing short of a miracle. And Julie came in, and I was kind of just like, yeah, this is what we're doing. And she's like, let me help you organize everything, legitimize a process, and get this ball rolling officially, which we're already there, which is insane. So yeah, I know that's a really long answer, but it honestly is well deserving of a long one.
And 2 months, right? Maybe a little over 2 months it's been. You guys first met?
Yeah, like a month and a half. And it's incredible. I mean, Julie, it will bring her to even tears. She specializes in this, yet she hasn't seen something yet come into fruition. I was thinking, oh man, this is going to take 6 months to a year to even get this going. How am I going to, what are we going to do? I think that significantly the fact that we've had the right people, if you're neglecting having the right tools around you, meaning partnership of people with the same commonalities.
Dominic Izzo is the guy who has the iHeartRadio show. He's a former cop. He's got a pretty good show. It's they have a video format on YouTube. That's where I listen to it at. But yeah, he's in the chat. He knows Tony well.
You can make things happen a lot faster. That's a mistake I've made as an entrepreneur or whatever I am, is not asking for help, not involving other people.
Oh, there he is. He just commented.
Utilizing the talents of a group of people rather than just trying to do it all yourself. That's obviously I'm like that. Whether that's intentionally or not. Yeah. Right. So wanting to control, wanting to do things the right way the first time. But
I don't think you understand, Christopher Bilbrey. Just because you're a cop and you have firsthand knowledge of being a cop, have you ever been in synchronicity with Under Siege? I don't think so. Okay. How about you back the thing up?
I'd say it's a lesson I've learned the hard way, but in a great way. And now that I have the right people, that's how I know it's a mistake I've made. So I'm just so grateful to have so many people out there want to do something to help. They just don't know how. They don't have the tools to do it. So being able to provide a community and an opportunity for people to do that has been one of the best gifts of all this.
I love it. So I started my channel because I wanted to talk about personal empowerment. I started this last October, and then it got deleted in March because I went down the road of current events. And that's all, everything's censored now, as you know, and you can read it all the time. And my true passion is personal empowerment. And hearing your story is right along the lines of what I love, talking about someone who you have your challenges, but you're clear on what you want and what direction you want to go in, and you face it and you move forward, and you don't let things get in your way, even though every one of us have interruptions in life, and they challenges. And just like how you look at it, right? And how you move through it. And I love that. So I'm getting away from like doing any news in the future, because my heart is really in personal and like creating the new world where you're following your heart, you're following your passion, and people like you, perfect. Because today when I texted you, I'm like, let's talk about how you started and where you are now. I love it. I love the story. I love how you've done a variety of things. You're only 28. I'm like, holy fuck, how does that happen?
Thank you so much. No, that's great.
Yes, but you have so many different advice to offer different people at different ages, right? So young girls growing up can be you're a role model for them.
Jill, I see I just saw your donation to the GoFundMe. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And I love that. So I'd love to have you back on and talk about different topics like that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you know what? That's a significant, when you say, how have you done all this? It's that. So I would love.
I think that Madison Marquette may have watched these videos. Maybe this is where she got this. Like, I could do that. I could say I'm combat and gun trained. I could tell people that I'm in here kicking down doors and I'm the first one through the door, and I pounce on a child and hold him until he passes away while the scene hasn't been cleared and everybody's running around. There could be explosives or booby traps or people waiting around the corner with a gun, but that's not what I do, right? I just hold the kid till the child passes away. I didn't try CPR. I didn't try to assess the situation. I didn't check for his injuries. I just I held him till he closed his eyes. Held him extra tight.
To at least, you know, share the mistakes I've made or the challenges I've faced and learn the hard way from, so that I can help other people to get to their strongest selves, because that's where it is within that, you know, law of attraction and all that. So yeah, anytime, let me know.
I'm all over it. And can you remind people, because we didn't see, we did Our Town, a video on them, what was it, 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you tell everyone what Our Town is?
Yeah, so Our Town is an umbrella nonprofit.
We'll find one of our more sort of sensational claims. This is just the first one I clicked.
So we're live. We specialize in child protection, and that comes in all forms of disabilities to trafficking.
By the way, also if someone, I'm going to say another red flag, probably a gigantic, glaring red flag would be when someone calls you out or says, I don't know about this, you know, like I would like to see some evidence, or I don't believe this, or I don't think this is the way it's going, or I think someone should check this out, or any of that. And you threaten to sue, and that you're opening an investigation, that you're pulling people's records, and you're gonna have people look you up. Lashing out like that is probably a gigantic red flag, at least for me.
Missing children, and we specialize in building a community that, for one, provides the recovery of missing children.
So listen, if I told you the reason they do this, if I told you I was a washed-up diva, or a washed-up porn star, or a never could make it as an actor or an actress, but I'm trying, and I've got a kid, and I've got to wait for my family, you would be less likely to donate to me than if I told you that I was out here racing kids, or racing. I was out here rescuing kids. The last one I rescued, Angel, died in my arms. I was able to find his mother. We shared a moment. She doesn't want to be named. Pulled them straight from the tunnel. They were tunnel babies. I could tell they were tagged as such, and they had been literally assaulted to death by adults. And I need your help. I need your support. I need you to give me an acting job, and no more porno. I've done all those.
Rescue, as well as providing an establishment of belonging for kids with disabilities and coming up with solutions for them to fulfill their lives.
I love it. And you do the Big Brother program within, right?
Yeah, so Operation Under Siege is a program within Our Town.
Yeah, tunnel babies. The narrative has moved from they can't take our kids fast enough. They can't take our kids fast enough by kidnapping them. So instead, they have giant incubators, and they are breeding them in the tunnels.
And that would be my leading specialty, and that is providing the performance of recovery and rescue of
tunnel
missing
babies
children and building a proactive strategy against trafficking.
Under Siege.
Oh yeah, you asked. I don't know if we have enough time. I know you asked me that, but if not, I'll explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What about? Don't have enough.
Oh well, you can't exploit the children. That's a military rule. You can't take pictures, and no one knows how to Photoshop and like put black bars over them, or ask for permission or sign a release. No one knows how to do that, so they just shut it down.
Enough time. What were you going to say?
Oh, do you have enough time of
of course.
How that came about? Yeah. So Tommy Vex is one of my really good friends, and he is a marketing genius amongst all the other talents he has. I don't know if you're familiar with Tommy Vex. He's oh, you're not? Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
No.
He was owner.
Isn't it strange how they all know marketers? They all know marketers. They all have marketing friends. They all seem to be very well acquainted with marketing strategies. But it's never for the marketing for people to get out and help with this issue. It's marketing for, hey, support me because I'm the one saving these kids. I'm the one doing this. I'm the one doing that.
Of Bad Wolves and the lead singer. But he's gone off on his own now completely as an independent artist. He's phenomenal. He's a conservative. He is cancel culture king. I mean, he is. I need to put you guys in touch. He's amazing.
Okay, then email it. Email it, Q911. Email it.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah.
What's your branch at MOS?
He can come up with branding ideas like you would believe, but he said you should be the Under Siege. So like, I don't know if you know who the Undertaker is with WWE, but it's like kind of a spin off of that verbiage, but for me. So
the 800,000 kids who go missing each year. Well, if you read the just 2 paragraphs below that exact quote of 800,000 kids, over 95 or 99% are returned unharmed. Only 2% of the remainder are actually from an unknown person. A lot of them are 15, 16, 17-year-olds who run away. A lot of them are a parenting plan that has been overstepped. And that the parenting plan, like dad was only supposed to keep you for a weekend. He ended up keeping you for 3 days. That's a missing kid. A lot of them are mom took a bunch of kids to the playground, got distracted, and the kids on the other side of the playground are wandered into the woods, found almost instantly. A lot of them are grandma of kid thinks that daughter, son-in-law, blah, 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 is a druggie, junkie, evil, satanic, and kept the kid. Those all get reported as missing kids. But if you just Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever you trust and find the official source for the 800,000 number, and then read the entire article.
So the Undertaker's like a Hall of Famer WWE wrestler. And so he's like, you should be the Under Siege, but spell it C-E-E-J because everybody calls me Siege from CJ, right? Yeah. Under Siege means surrounded by soldiers. Like, it's not just the name that's meaningful. The meaning of Under Siege is like perfect for what I've been doing. So it's becoming my wrestling gimmick, my football like character on the field, as well as now my business. So I finally found like the branding of to encompass all my random things and kind of put it into one. So yeah, it's Operation Under Siege. I am the Under Siege now. And it's the official brand. So kind of unique.
I think of the movie with, what's the guy's name in Under Siege?
Yeah, no, who is that? It's not.
Who's that? Who's the guy who did all the awesome movies in the 90s? Who did?
Is it Tom Cruise or no?
No, it's an older guy, or maybe they might be the same age. I think he's older than Tom Cruise. You guys, what's the name of the? My dad and I used to watch his movies in the 90s. I mean, he has like they're all really good.
Yeah, no, there is a movie called The Under Siege or Under Siege, I think. Yeah,
he had one on the ship. He had the ponytail for a while. He did all the.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. I have his name. It's okay, but people know what we're talking about, I think.
I want someone to write it in the comments. You guys are failing me. There's
right.
Okay, let's look at some of the comments. I have to put on my glass so I can see. The people love you, which is Steven Seagal.
Thanks.
Woo!
Thanks, guys.
Steven Seagal.
Bless this mess.
Thank you, Phil Lewis. I love it. I was in love with him in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's so little. I'm like probably look crazy looking at it. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, no, it's a good one.
He was such a badass, and then he got older. Then his movies changed. It was kind of sad.
Now we're on Steven Seagal for some reason.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, Mary says she hasn't worn makeup for 30 years. Well,
jealous.
Have had a face like a roadmap. Is that not a good thing? Since I was 30.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. Mostly when.
Oh no, face like a roadmap is probably not a good thing. I'm just saying.
My smile now is, I'm good with it. I was told long ago I had beauty without. Most women are beautiful without makeup.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at this comment. I was just thinking about David and her.
That's so funny. Honestly, people try to do that all the time. I'm like,
hey, Bear Man.
Hey, Bear Man. Mandy K bought you 3 6-packs. Great show. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Just that he's a very.
We'll go back and search and see if we can find some of her claims right quick.
Oh, thank you so much.
Like.
Yeah, at best they're a distraction. At worst, they're taking donations that could be actually used to help kids who are in danger. That's the way I think about it. Like they at best they're you are a. If I asked you for your MOS. And you told me you are Marine Rescue Division, you are a lying piece of shit. Rescue and Retrieval Division. Fuck out of here. Rescue and Retrieval Division.
I'm sure he was like, "Why are you telling me?"
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's funny.
I just thought you guys were cute. Dan says I'm an outcast too.
Oh, awesome. It's a good thing. I'm telling you, it's a good thing to be an outcast. It pays off.
It does, right? Because it means you have something different about you and you're unique and you got to
Right.
tone into those qualities.
Exactly.
Okay, before we end, how can we, what is your advice for the world? What do you want to tell people that you're doing and how can people support you?
Yeah, I guess my piece of advice would be do not live a life of unfulfilled purpose. Trust what you want to do in your heart and the rest will play out. Stop like safety zoning yourself. That would be my advice. And then let's see, that's happiness. That's the cure to depression right there. And then
For those that haven't been in the military, like Q911 or 911 or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, MOS is military occupational specialty. It has a very specific letter and number designation, and a very specific title. It's not rescue and retrieval. This is no, hell no.
and yeah, you can find me cj.dunning on Instagram. I'm extremely shadow banned, so you might have to type that full thing in. So sorry.
Go to the base of my fucking dick, dude. You just fucking lied about being in the military. Go to my Telegram.
Yeah, DUNNING. So again, sorry for the inconvenience. You'll probably have to type it all in. And then that's really my main channel or avenue. And then I do have a private channel. It's www.theundersiege.tv. So that's my private channel that I do. It's a subscription based, and I'm hosting interviews with trafficking victims, confidential interviews with law enforcement, you name it.
The Marine Corps doesn't use a letter designator for their MOSs, or at least they didn't used to when I was in the Army. And like my brother-in-law's Marine, two of my uncles are retired Marines. They don't use a letter designator unless they've changed something.
So it's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, that's perfect. And yeah, that's really it. Those are the two best places to find me. So, and really appreciate you guys and all your support.
Wait, so people, how can they follow you on Instagram? What is your, let me type that in.
Yeah, cj.dunning.
Instagram, cj.dunning. And you do videos like you do. Can you talk about the video you just did that I forwarded you yesterday?
Oh yeah, Pharmacy. So,
dude, you just came out fucking stolen valor. You will see. Show me something. What is your MOS?
See that siege thing is like the branding of everything I do.
I'll give you a hint. Rescue and retrieval is not an MOS. But you would know that if you had ever been in the fucking military. Any branch.
But I guess it could be the Pharmacy instead of just Pharmacy. But I'm calling. My whole thing is I want to know. I don't want there to be any room for conspiracies. If I know
somebody in chat asked me what my MOS is.
Something is true, I'll just go get it myself and I'll show people so that there's no argument to be had, right? And when it comes down to can I say all the vaccine stuff on here?
You say the jab or whatever. Just
okay,
say
my bad.
You're fine. You're fine. It's not like it's a whole show about it. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the jab and just asking basic questions to a plethora of medical professionals and asking, hey, what's in this?
Oh, you want to know my MOS? 19 Delta Cavalry Scout. And you can just Google 19 Delta and see what pops up. Army 19 Delta. 0341 Mortarman. 42 Alpha. 42 Alpha, is that supply? See, everybody has MOS, letter or number or letter and number designators. You said rescue and retrieval. I'm Baby Rescue Squadron 1.
And asking them if they even know the ingredients. So I basically called and said, hey, do you guys have any SM-102 on stock? That's an ingredient in the vaccine. Oops, sorry. And nobody knows that. No one knew that. I'm so sick of like censoring. It's so frustrating.
I know.
Code. I'm just like, but anyway, so I'm going to call some universities. I might do that today actually and ask why the heck they're forcing their students to become science experiments while they're young and have the rest of their lives to look forward to and are going to be affected through infertility and cancer.
54 Bravo.
I just put people on the spot and I ask them directly. And I thought I was going to get deleted for that. And I figured, screw it, I'm doing it anyway. And
look how easy this is. Watch. Army 19 Delta. 19 Delta Army. In the Army, the Cavalry Scout acts as the eyes and ears gathering battlefield information about the enemy. They can assess enemy numbers, and determine whether to call for reinforcements and when to order retreat. The job is categorized as Military Occupational Specialty 19 Delta, MOS, Military Occupational Specialty. Now, if we type in Marine Corps Rescue and Retrieval. Oh, we've got search and rescue, which is a job that they do. It's not an MOS. Search and rescue for missing service members. Search and rescue for a downed pilot. Tactical recovery. Navy Marines locate sunken AAV. Search and rescue SAR. No rescue and retrieval. It's weird how none of that shit pops up. That's strange as fuck. It is strange as fuck.
It caught on somehow, some way. It got passed around a little bit. So
Yeah. I got it from my guy Stuart, who lives in the UK.
Oh, I didn't put in baby rescue and retrieval. Maybe that was it.
I thought I was gonna wake up the next
He's
day.
under his NDA.
And instead, I was like, oh hey, a
Yeah,
lot of people. So
So this is how fucking dumb he is. Not only did he come in here and lie about being active duty, he was in my comments today telling me that he would challenge me with facts for $1,000. He has $1,000 that he wants to challenge me with facts for. I don't know.
The video I saw, you were calling. You had just called one. I don't know who you were calling. Which Johnson & Johnson or who it was.
Yeah.
42 Lima is admin. 42 Alpha is HR. I got you.
plethora of pharmacies. I tried to call the FDA directly and the CDC.
94 Bravo. Re-up 13 Bravo.
People can't say, "Oh, she made up the call." Like I show the phone number. I do it live by request from fans. So I'm like, okay, here we go. And yeah, who else have I called? That's about it. I focus on pharmacies and then I'm going to move into the university space.
Babe, he's fucking Indian. I can almost guarantee it. Like I can almost hear him shitting in his neighborhood street. He doesn't have 1,000 rupees, much less $1,000.
So my whole thing is protecting kids, right? Because somebody from Canada reached out and was like, they have a sign out front of this pharmacy. It's like Ingles Pharmacy or something. And it's 12 years old and up. Come and get this. And like bribing kids. And I'm like, oh no, that's when I have to step in. If it has anything to do with protecting kids, that's my area. So if it has to do with the pharmacy, I'm calling pharmacy, wherever it is. Yeah.
I was thinking you were calling actual Johnson & Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer.
Checks in the mail.
Not yet. I'm happy to. But I feel like the ones that are actually administering it, the ones that by action are injecting people, like I want to know from them, like, do you know what you're doing to people, and you're just as much at fault for those that have created this, for those to be administering it as well, especially to kids.
That's so true. And do you see the video going around where the doctor opened up the container and ingredients were
What did she just say?
So I asked the farmer something.
So I saw this video on her Instagram. I didn't mean to get sidetracked by the idiot in chat. I saw this video on her Instagram. She calls and harasses actually, I can probably find it. She calls and harasses a pharmacist. Now, I know people have issues with what's going on, but she's literally just harassing some guy that answered the phone at the pharmacy. He's like, hello, and she's like, are you giving this to kids? And she's like, and the guy's like, oh yeah, anybody over the age of 13, I think, at the time is what he said, in whatever state they were in. And then she's like, do you have this on hand? And she says SM-104. And he's like, I've never, I don't think so. I don't know. I'd have to check. And she's like, do you know it's a poison? Do you know that you're giving kids poison? You're poisoning kids. It was a full attack. Rachel LaCroix paid $5 in the ties to the Cold Beer Cult. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rachel. No message. Thank you. And then she's like, why are you giving this to kids? Why are you doing this? And finally the guy's like, look, lady, this is like my job. I understand you have an issue, but like I'm not the person to fight this with, okay? Like I work at a pharmacy. And she freaks out and he hangs up on her. It's in her Telegram.
Old and up, come and get this, and like bribing kids. And I'm like, oh no, that's when I have to step in. If it has anything to do with protecting kids, that's my area. So if it has to do with pharmacy, I'm calling pharmacy, wherever it is. Yeah.
I was thinking you were calling actual Johnson & Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer.
I haven't done that yet. I'm happy to.
Nope, she hasn't done that. She just called and yelled at a pharmacist.
But I feel like the ones that are actually administering it, the ones that by action are injecting people, like I want to know from them, like, Do you know what you're doing to people?
I called my local pharmacy, and the guy got confused twice while I was spelling my son's name.
And you're just as much at fault for those that have created this, for those to be administering it as well, especially to kids.
That's so true. And do you see the video going around where the doctor opened up the container and the ingredients were blank?
Yes. So I asked a pharmacy. They confirmed that over the phone with me. They said, I don't know what's in it because it's blank. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Yeah, I got that on film. I cannot believe the stuff I got over the phone. I was like, oh my gosh. She hasn't even proven by any means that the people that she is calling is the people that she claims she's calling. It's literally just her and a phone. Like she doesn't show the number, she doesn't show anything. It's just her saying, I'm calling a pharmacy. Hold on. And there's a whole crew out there denying this. Like, it's insane to me. It's insane.
How many did she call to get the response she wanted, I wonder?
Yeah.
And arguing
let's see if we can get some baby rescue in here somewhere. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. I just want to see this. The thumbnail caught me off guard.
So, CJ, let's talk a little bit about you. Where do you hail from, and how long have you called?
Oh, that's...
Yeah, so I'm originally
from creepy.
Las Vegas, but I moved to Colorado, Denver area, southern Colorado area for first grade. So really first grade on. And now that you're native, people get really offended about that, but this is definitely home for sure.
Tell me a little bit about your acting career and where...
Oh, is this just about Colorado? This is Thunder Night Entertainment. Okay, she's just trying to be an actress there. The House of Sauce was certainly one of the books. I want to hear some of her crazier claims. Let me see. Dark Web. Oh no, is this some wrestling videos? Sweet Level Access. She's big friends with Nino. But I very seriously doubt she's on his most recent video. That's just suggested to me. Wait, look at that thumbnail. Let's go fight over the Honda. Oh. Big Time Bro presents. CJ Dunning shout out. Thunder Night Entertainment presents Realm of Shadows. Oh, I don't want to go into her acting career. She's doing a better job acting now than she was on the interviews for sure. Home Improvement Tool Time. What the hell did I search? You guys want to listen to? We can listen to Dom for a second. He's got a really good show. Check this out. He's on iHeartRadio. Mojo 50. Is that what it's? Oh yeah, there's the logo. Mojo 50. But if you don't have iHeartRadio, I'm sure he would be probably better to listen there. But if you don't listen there, it's on YouTube as well. I think he had an issue with CJ. Or they had an issue with CJ.
Taking no shit and giving no F's. The most exciting radio...
Sorry, that was so loud.
Dominic Izzo.
Oh, I probably can't play that music.
Donate to my Cash App. Donate to my PayPal. They demonetized me. I've said now, son.
That's Nino. Listen.
How many more times do I have to say if David is right and I'm wrong? Just he could take a dump on a plate and I'll eat it. I don't care. I want to be wrong with all of it. I just don't agree with stopping your life and constantly waiting for it to happen. That's it. I said he's gonna tie himself to a sinking ship. He's gonna wind up going down, and when the time comes to pivot, because this stops, his broadcasting career is over. He's got nothing. No one's gonna believe him. Every video, donate to my cat.
Dude, when he cracks me up when I listen to the show. It's a pretty good show. You guys got to check it out. But he has a friendship, I guess, or a former friendship with that involved Nino, and then also involved CJ, because CJ's friends with Nino, but like firsthand kind of speaking on the cell phone kind of deal. Not like me and Nino. Like he was friends with Nino, or at least enough to call him.
Donate to my PayPal. They demonetized me. I've said, now son, I'm starting not to respect him. The guy is one of the greatest heavyweight boxers to have ever lived. And he's not using that skill to create income, but he's begging for money online. All right. Hey, if that's how he wants to make his living, I'm still fine with that, right? And that's my complaint. I have nothing against him outside of that. I just don't like, which I'm allowed to, I don't like this constant goalpost moving. March 4th, Trump is getting sworn in. Okay, now it's April 4th. Now April 1st, the military is in control. This is happening. I just don't.
See, he don't take any shit from them moving the goalposts, from their claims. And he says the same thing I do. I would be the happiest wrong person in the world. But you guys got to fix something. You can't keep predicting. You can't keep being wrong. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep begging. You can't keep having these elusive Wano Saven characters and this gene decode and underground. You can't make all these claims about everybody you dislike. So check him out. Dominic Izzo, I think is the name of the... No, it's The Rants of Izzo. The Rants of Izzo is where I listen to it at. He had... I don't know if he has a channel or not, but The Rants of Izzo, Mojo 50, iHeartRadio. Let me grab something from her Telegram right quick. I was just on it. I believe it's still on there. Under Siege. Telegram. Oh. She has some. If you go to the Under Siege Telegram, be very careful. I accidentally was scrolling through there one day, and I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know how blurred it was, but I'm pretty sure she had some pretty racy pictures of children that she claimed were being trafficked. I mean, stuff that there's no way I would let anybody share on mine. I'm not saying that it was like nudity or like child porn, but it was not great. I wouldn't have allowed it to stay up on any of my platforms. I'd have took it down immediately. There's no way. Let me see if I can find the one where she calls in. Give me just a second. She spends so much time forwarding stuff that isn't even hers. I found that's the way to build a successful Telegram channel, is just share everybody else's stuff. But I want to see her stuff. She's the one with these claims, but she never puts those out there. Here's a video she did. Let's see what this one is.
Hey guys, I just picked up a case in New York. There's a missing girl. She's been missing since, they believe, the 17th. She was last seen on Glide Street in Rochester, or Emerson, which is considered, I guess, a really bad area of town. They do a lot of drug running there. They've been working with Rochester Police Department as well as Monroe County Sheriff's Office. I am following up on those details. The picture of this little girl will be at the end of this. Please repost it. You can absolutely, and please tag me so that people know exactly who to get in touch with. I need any details. If you know anybody in this area, any police officers or law enforcement that work in this area, I need to get in touch with the K-9 unit. I need to get in touch with the sex crimes unit.
I need somebody get a phone to that dog, okay? I need to speak specifically to the K-9 officer. I need, maybe put it on speakerphone, maybe hold it up to his ear. Turn it down a little bit. They hear better than we do, okay? They hear better than we do. But I'm going to need to speak to that dog. If anybody has contact with that dog, preferably a bloodhound. I do not do German Shepherds. I've never liked the German dogs. That's not something I'm okay with.
Please repost it. You can absolutely, and please tag me so that people know exactly who to get in touch with. I need any details. If you know anybody in this area, any police officers or law enforcement that work in this area, I need to get in touch with the K-9.
Exactly. She could look all of this up, but then how do her fans know that she's trying to reach out to local law enforcement to fix this? That she's going to be the savior that they all needed? They won't know. And then that's a wasted opportunity for a video right there. What are we going to do with it?
Unit. I need to get in touch with the sex crimes unit. I need to get in touch with the attorney or the family covering this. Thank you guys so much.
Oh man, let's see what else she's got. I got to move it over here because I can't vouch for what she posts. So let me scroll over here and find out what else she is. She has a 2 p.m. conference call with a bloodhound. So we had to get that handled for sure. She likes to play the victim. She's always claiming, oh God, she's sharing Timothy Charles Homeseth. Not good. Any way you look at it. She's always playing the victim too. Guys, you don't understand. Everybody attacks me when I do this. Everybody. I can't every time I come out, every time I try to make a statement, they just come out of the woodwork. Let's see what this one is.
So now that we're close enough to the inauguration, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there as a prediction, or I guess conspiracy as some people think of it. But I think a lot of these people are stepping aside or being part of the Patriots Party. Wouldn't they all be leaving their seat in the Republican Party? Wouldn't the farewell messages make sense so that they could then shift to a new party? Because with so much corruption, yes, on both sides, wouldn't this make sense to create a whole new start? Just food for thought.
Oh, no.
If they can, in fact, prove the
Trump
legitimacy
daddy.
of the fraudulence of this, which we all know, we would need another election, and we would have the opportunity to vote for the new party. You could vote just the same as you can independent, just as you can libertarian, but now you can vote for the Patriots Party. And what if the majority of the executable decisions are in fact made by the military on behalf of this new party?
There you go.
I'll be voting for it. I know that much. And wouldn't that make sense for a peaceful transition of power?
You got it.
If we again can prove the fraudulent election and then redo an electoral process
Yeah.
with integrity.
It's like she's looking straight into a crystal ball.
Since we already know the legitimacy of that and the reality of who won, if 75 to 80% really did vote for Daddy T, I guess we really will see that, won't we?
Tony, did at the time you were going to have her on your show, did you already know that she was lying, or did you did in preparing for the show, did you find it out, or allegedly that she's lying, I guess? Was it going to be a legitimate show, or were you trying to call her out? What happened there? Oh, she shared Scott McKay's video. That gives her credibility with me right off the bat. Her and Scotty Too Hottie. Oh, you did have her on the show. Well, that's what we need to watch. Have you taken it down? Oh. I remember her telling you about sometimes she can't get warrants and something else. I remember that now. I remember watching it. I didn't play her video because there was somebody in the shower. I didn't play the video. I just played the audio of it. There was somebody in the shower. I didn't know who was fixing to jump out naked. Let's see what else she's got. I'm way back now. I'm back in January. She's deleted a bunch. Wow, that's interesting. She claimed the military was in South China Sea ready to attack China. But no, she's oh no, what's she sharing right here? Sacramento, California for the inauguration. She's showing this as the inauguration party moving in California. Oh no. Yeah, it looks like she was pretty big on the military moving in conspiracy. Oh, she shared this. Oh, that's the boy love symbol. Look at that right there. Oh. God, they wanted this guy to be like Antifa or pedo guy or something so bad. So bad. Oh. They tried, didn't they? Now, what's he saying? Here's a bomber plane flying in Utah. Guys, this is a bomber plane. This is a bomber plane in Utah.
I wonder what that's all about.
That's a bomber plane. Thank God somebody got that on film. Horrible. Oh, man. What else did she share? Repost, Mark Ruffalo. That's that guy they pushed off the wall. That was really fucked up. Somebody should have said, oh, the kid's coming? All right, guys, give us a second. Let me switch stuff around. It is time for the kids portion of the show. If you want to hang out and watch them, they'll be on for a few minutes. If not, Give us 20 minutes to come back. Hey, Ollie, you ready for your part? Oh, you want to do it all by yourself? Okay, let me set up where I can play the music, okay? You just sit right there. Be quiet. They can hear you. They can hear what you're thinking, okay? They can hear you. They can hear inside your head. You ready? Ollie, you got to come over here. Here.
Oh, seems that we have breaking news. Ollie, are you there? Can you hear us? Ollie.
Here comes Ollie with that night news, with that night news, with that night news. Here comes Ollie with that night news. Here comes Amber with that night news, with that night.
$7,104.
1004.
Well, I can't see it.
You're on there.
No, I said 10. I can't say 1, 5, 4, 10.
No, don't do that. You gotta say them one at a time if you're gonna say. We know we're saying them right.
And tell them who you are.
Who are you? We got new people.
Ollie with 99 News.
Ollie with the 99 News. I'm the chicken man.
No. I chicken man.
Tell them how you do. Ollie, what'd you do?
You gotta talk. More than just chicken. Sit back. Sit up there. Okay? Now, tell them about your day. What you did today.
You sat on the bed.
So you just played Minecraft?
Yeah, I tried the wheel, but I need wheel on, but I need wheel on the wheel.
You need Witherstorm?
Yeah, the whole wheel.
Oh, okay.
I can't buy wheel on the whole wheel. If a wheel per wheel.
Oh, okay. And then tell him you just got out of a bath.
Yeah.
Ready to go to bed for church tomorrow?
No, hey, you know Wilton? Wilton a shot up a toy Wilton. And he had a toy with a bit. It got tube a bit. It died. Yeah. That's how you kill it too long.
Hey, Mach 5 Overdrive, go play video games. This is a child segment. So, don't be so annoying yourself.
Hey, we'll do a bit more and a pet or try cut a shot and if I want to try for wait or don't put pet or shot put wood or don't. Yeah, I go so big it got too big it don't die.
Oh, it's gonna die if it gets too big?
Yeah, wait a bit. I get real big. You don't say feet have will or don't have will be.
Yeah.
He told Dad what I did when he gone. I will go to really big. I have feet. I know how I bought that away.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to get Wither Storm.
I want but I don't know how can we do. Didn't want me bought a free social and free wheel head.
Okay.
And boom, we'll do.
Denise asked what you had for dinner today.
Chicken
nuggets, of course.
From McDonald's.
Tell us if Dad is better today. Is Daddy better today? Is he better behaved?
Let me tell you, Daddy sucks.
Daddy sucks. Ollie.
I got Daddy sucks, Baba.
Baba, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Daddy sucks.
He's gonna run in there and throw a ball at you like he did at Mom. After Mom threw a ball at him. Reverse.
See, that's not nice.
I'll go kick it all the way at Moo.
Kick him to the moon.
You buy it, Daddy!
Oliver. You need to calm down.
You ball, Daddy. I don't go Daddy ball. Okay, I'm not in there anymore.
Let's see. You don't want those on anymore?
Yeah, Daddy ball!
Go grab the ball.
No!
Okay, stop.
No,
Listen. He's not gonna hurt you.
Ollie, chill.
All right, you got medicine on your mouth.
Finish up, guys.
Finish up. Okay. Tell him that you gotta go to bed.
I gotta go to bed. Not mine, bed.
Yes, your bed.
Mine's
If Ollie doesn't sleep in his own bed, what happens to it?
No.
We give it to Jocelyn.
Your mommy pay your head.
Jocelyn likes your bed, so if you don't sleep in it, we'll give it to Jocelyn.
I'll go pay your head.
You can't sleep with Mommy and Daddy forever.
I'll go pay your head.
There's nowhere to sleep anymore.
All right. All right. Tell him good night.
I'll go pay your head.
Okay, you break my hand. Anyways, tell him bye.
Tell him who you are.
Well, you bye.
Say, this has been Ollie with Night Night News.
Ollie with Night Night News.
Say bye. What button do you push?
Control.
All right, come on. Ollie, this way. Hang on.
Bye.
Yeah, you gotta get out of there.
You ball head.
Okay, we're swapping, yeah.
Hello everybody. So before we start, we need to do a little recap of what we did today because it was a big day. So at the start, we went to what's it called? Oh, Hobby Town, where we got like drone stuff. I looked at like Legos and stuff, and I was like, that was cool. No, I mean, we looked at drone stuff. I mean, there was only 2 drones there, so that was annoying. But yeah, that was fun. We kept on looking around. I just found mostly Legos that I was looking at. And then we move on to Best Buy. And we got Dad got like this little card which he puts in his drone, and whenever your drone like messes up, you put the chip into the computer that you take out of the drone, and it tells you what happened. Can you say hi to Nene, Liam? Oh, hi, Nene. Sounds like a fun store, yeah. And it does have like a bunch of airplane stuff. That's cool. Now it's a Best Buy. I kept on looking around, and guess what we got? We got our new co-host for Game Train, a Kerbo. It's a little Kerb, but he wanted glasses too, so now he gets drip glasses. He is now dripped. He got the Yeezys and he got the Premium Supreme glasses. Beautiful. He dripped out of his mind. I like Legos. Somebody say, yeah, Legos are cool. But yeah, so this is our new co-host. I can hold them with one hand. This is cool. So, continuing on of what we're actually, continuing on about the story. We went to GameStop. I got this game called Immortals Phoenix Rising, which was on sale for like $35, I think, which it looks cool. I haven't played it yet because of the next game I got, Dead Cells, which I got the value pack, which gives you 2 DLCs, which are usually $5 each, but the base game is $25, but this expansion was $30, so you save $5. So we got that. And I gave Dad $20 using my Nintendo eShop card, the $20 Nintendo eShop card. Yeah, that's cool. Continuing on. Oh, someone said any intel on Dad. He exists, he has a beard, and he's cool.
What on earth?
Ah!
What is...
Hey, can you not...
Okay, it's doing what we're doing. So you guys like really liked my first tier list about chips. So now we're doing another tier list, but on the Pokemon starters. So we'll go through all the generations that I didn't forget. Yes, I forget generations. Okay, continuing on. Generation 1, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Squirtle... Okay, let's be honest. All of these are S tier. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I do not like Charmander as much as people say like they do. I just do not like him. I put him at the bottom of S tier. Squirtle is middle S tier, and then Bulbasaur, who is the man, is the top of S tier. There is someone who will top him. We're actually getting close. Gen 2, Gold and Silver, with Chikorita and Piplup. Wait, no, that's not the... Chikorita, that's the only one I remember from here, Chikorita. The grass one. I actually really like the design. I don't like the evolutions that much. I mean, yeah, I do. It's gonna be S tier, below Charmander.
Someone.
Okay, so you move.
Country.
Yeah, go to Splash Country. Holly, Dixie. Yeah, Dixie. Go to Splash Country. Dollywood. And a bunch of other places. Here's this small store business. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Walmart. So I don't know if you've heard of it. You might want to go there. They have a bunch of stuff. It's just a small business. It's called Walmart.
Really? It's a small business?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's like that small restaurant that I've only ate at once. It's called McDonald's.
What's the co-host name again?
Kerbo.
Someone asked for it.
It also exists. She is a solid.
That's right. You're my favorite.
No, I meant like solid in like matter.
Sturdy.
Does she exist?
I'm only solid and sturdy because I put.
Oh, yeah. Continuing, I swear his glasses keep on falling off. Hold them on. Okay, continuing on. Go to like Walmart and stuff is cool. Tennessee is cool, but I think Florida is cooler because of all of the amusement parks. Yes, I have been to Florida. Okay. Oh, so as they say, I call it Wally World Walmart. I've never called it that. I just call it Walmart. I just call it basic Walmart. Oh, also, on the back of his sunglasses, he has a strap. Just in case it falls off, he can catch it. This is actually my sunglasses. He just wanted to have them for the show. He will have them so he can not feel left out. Any of you see these like giant checker pieces with butterflies on them from Dollywood? No, I've never seen one. Wish we had a Walmart. Yeah. How do you not have a Walmart? I thought everybody had a Walmart. You at least you probably have IKEA. Okay, continuing on. Gen 3. Now this is the best generation for starters in my opinion. Trico, S tier, like above Charmander, behind Squirtle. Okay, and then the chicken one, macaroni and the chicken strips. Okay, so yeah, that one. S tier. Everything is in S tier apparently. I just love them. Okay, so S tier. We'll get to some F tiers. I have them coming up. Okay, so S tier. The chicken is above Squirtle. Okay, now for the best Pokemon starter in my opinion. Something might top it, but Mudkip. Mudkip is beautiful. Mudkip is top of S tier. No, Mudkip is in triple S tier. Mudkip is in triple S tier. He's in his own tier, Mudkip tier. But yeah, so he's in Mudkip tier, which is the best tier. Who knows, some other ones might. Drink it, Turbo.
No. Not funny.
Turbo drunk the apple juice. I heard you like Mudkips. Yeah, I like Mudkip. Okay, so continue. Gen 4, the penguin, S tier, above Bulbasaur. Yeah, above Bulbasaur. So it's the top of S tier currently. Okay, so I'm trying to remember any others from this generation. I can't. Gen 5, I forgot Gen 5. Gen 6. Black and white. Everybody's farting.
Really shit yourself.
So, Gen 7, the Alolan. I know this one. I forgot so many generations. There's the cat. F tier. I don't like the cat. I don't really like the cat.
What's
What? I've never heard of that in my life.
Pixie.
He wants to know if Stadataka is in your game. What game? Pokemon? No. I've never heard that name. Yeah, I've never heard that name. I don't think it's a Pokemon. Never heard that name. Continuing on. Gen 8. Scorbunny. F tier. I hate Scorbunny. Scorbunny just... The design is so bad. The Band-Aid on the nose looks so weird. And I just don't like him. Mom just kicked over the vacuum on purpose. Like she was trying to lean on it. Why were you trying to lean on it? They said coffee, anyone. Yeah, Kerbo likes coffee. He drinks coffee. He drinks the monster coffee. He drinks
Gen 6 Pokemon.
Oh, Gen 6? Dang, what was Gen 6? I forgot. I forgot what Gen 6 was. You can remind me. I forgot it.
It looks like a brick building.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The big one? Yeah, that one. I know it. It was in Alola. I know what you're talking about. It is confirmed. It exists. So, yeah, continuing on Grookey. I'm not a Grookey person, F tier. I just don't like it. It is a monkey. I think I'll put it in C. Because it is a monkey. That's the only event. And it hits people with sticks. Okay, now for Sobble. S tier, S tier, S tier.
That hurts.
What was the top of it? S tier last one. It was Piplup. It's better than Piplup. Sobble is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And for its Dynamax form or Gigantamax, it turns into a 360 quickscoper. Like, you can't make this crap up. It just turns into a 360 quickscoper. It goes and it makes like a sniper tower. Yeah, so that's good. It's S tier, better than Piplup. So, to conclude, Mudkip is the best Pokemon ever. If you disagree, you never exist. You're just a figment of my imagination. You do not exist. But yeah, so... And Scorbunny is the worst Pokemon. I do not like Scorbunny. He's... So yeah. I guess I'll do a small little tier list. The soda tier list. Pepsi... B tier. B. It's fine. Diet Pepsi. I've never tried Diet Pepsi. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Diet Coke. Question mark. Okay. Oh yeah, regular Coke. I drink it more than Pepsi, so when was Pepsi? Pepsi was B, so this is A. Into the good boys. The Fantas. Fanta Orange, S tier. Fanta Berry, S tier. Fanta Berry is under Orange. Somebody said Sprite. Yeah, Sprite. S tier. Below the Orange Fanta. I'm trying to think of the other flavors of Sprite. Cherry one is fun. Sprite Cranberry. Dead meme tier. Okay, so continuing on, Fanta Grape, the top of S tier. No, it's SSS tier. That's where it is. It places there. Dr. Pepper with Coke. They're basically the same in my eye. I like Mudkip's evolution form. I don't like them as much as the base Mudkip. Base Mudkip is the most powerful being ever, except Wooper. Wooper is the most powerful Pokemon. He is Mew 3. Mew 3 is Wooper. Okay. So anyways, that's my tier list of soda and the Pokemon starters. I'll see you next time where I'll rank cereal. Bye. Yes, the next one is a cereal tier list.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Joining Liam's little segment. I record it and then upload it over there on his channel. So thank you for joining that, participating in the chat. Let me get the noise gates back on, and I'll be back with you. Now it goes 3.9. There we go. Sounding pretty good on my end. Thanks for hanging out. Let's dive back into this. Let's see if we can find some more videos of Under Siege. Oh, God. All right. She's got military equipment on rail cars. Troops sleeping. I want to see if she has any claims about troops. I bet she deleted most of it. I've opened chat for y'all to talk on. Still ironing out the details. President Trump has directed $430 million in military resources to find children who are being trafficked. Share for awareness. You think she's Q911? What's your MOS? Rescue and response and attacking. Oh, God. Biden takes stage, starts crying. She's deleted so much of this shit, which is crazy. Like, she had so much on here. Simon Parks everywhere. Tina Islam. What else she have? Oh, that's not good. I can't show that. I don't know what she's got. Instagram post. Let's see what this one is. She shared this.
Oh, hey guys, just want to check in with you. It's been a while since I did a political update and not.
Hold on, let me pull this over here.
Oh, hey guys, just want to check in with you. It's been a while since I did a political update, and not many of you guys know, but I actually have a degree in politics from.
Thank you, Dom. They each have a segment about every night. They typically don't do it on the weekends or if they come home too late. But Liam has his own channel, but it doesn't have comments or anything on it, so I record it here and upload it over there. Thanks for joining us for it.
Hell yeah. So, first of all, we have a new president-elect, despite popular belief. Joseph H. Biden, H stands for Harario, has been elected in the office of the leader of the free world, so to speak. He's already signed the Paris Treaty. He's already manifested his own doctrine within the floor of the bilateral committee, which has standardized, international rates since the Amero has been conducted into the hemisphere. And what we're looking at is a judiciary fallout within the Senate and the House Majority Leader, H. Barry Weiss, who is going to be one of the first people to correct the filibuster and fix the algorithms that have lagged within the state judiciary. Now, this is something that's not new. History repeats itself. If you look back to ancient Mayan civilizations, Egypt, even Rome, Greece, actually.
This guy's lost the plot. This is just a video she shared to her followers.
Its own destiny through a hierarchy, which is a pillar of society. And if you look closely,
he's trying to take the piss out of it, but he doesn't understand how stupid he says. Like, there was an inauguration, there was a change of power.
Solace in knowing that
whether you like it or not,
we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. She's deleted so much, man. I've only ever been on here once, and I remember some of the pictures that I'd rather not show, and I remember the Timothy Charles Homeseth stuff. Let's see what else she's had to delete. Wells are not real. Okay. Trump offered the black community $500 billion. BLM activists adopted. I'm trying to find ones of her rather than ones she shared of other people. But she's deleted the majority of the ones that she was in, it looks like. They're probably wrong or incorrect predictions, like the one about the Chinese Sea. Oh, my God. She just has a post that says, "Prove me wrong." But so many people have proved you wrong, and you claimed that you were going to sue them, and you were opening cases on them, and you were going to lash out towards them. One more second. Let me see. I skipped one video that I didn't play. Let me go see what it was. I played that one. That's where she wants to speak directly to the K9 unit.
Girl, she's been missing.
We played that one. Oh, she shared the Joe Biden photo. Save the children. The numbers are growing from the Joker army, of course. The Joe Q army, Joker army. It's very strange. What is this she shared? Hold on. Let me see what this building is she's claiming. She shared a building in the middle of the night video. Let me see what that claim is. I can't believe she shares Scott McKay. That's my biggest issue with her. New TikTok trend, parents throwing their babies off camera then twerking to abortion songs. She shared that post. Jesus Christ. I wish I had. I should have pulled it. Anyways, we're starting a file on her. I'll have better stuff. I wish I would have pulled some of her crazier videos she shared and claims she made. God, I don't even want to tell you what that one was. Oh, you can't share what you think are sexually trafficked victims, pictures of them, the way you are. Getting really serious. What's this one? She shared this. What's this?
Well, I think the most important thing that people, certainly anyone that's in any way new to this, needs to appreciate first, before anything else, is that current events are not random.
If you find any videos of her, email them to me. I'll put them in the file. We'll do the big show of her.
For years.
I just wanted you guys to kind of know her background.
It goes way, way back. We are looking at an agenda for the world, agenda for humanity, that has reached a point where it is closing in on its long-planned endgame. But it began a very long time ago.
This is just one of those hot videos. Here's one. What's this?
I just brought in a new case. It's a little girl, 13 years old, in Spokane, Washington. Her name is Bailey. I'll leave all the details here. I need you guys to repost this. It's a very effective tool that I use throughout this. Obviously, as news and media will not give it.
I can show you the video on this one. She's sitting in the car. Hold on.
What's up, players? I just brought in a new case. It's a little girl, 13 years old.
Listen to the verbiage she uses. I just brought in a new case, which means she Googled something, and now she's going to announce that she's working on it.
Know which tools are at least effective to use. If you think that that's a hassle, then you probably should not be following me on this page, to the point where I will go through every single person that looked at this story the only time I go through it. And if you consider yourself a friend to me, I don't care where you live, where in the world you live, if you do not repost this for me, we're done. That's how seriously I'm taking this. So please, please, please help with this.
That doesn't make sense. I didn't repost it, and I'm still part of your group.
If you were their parents, you would probably want somebody out there doing this for you. So I know I'm intense, but it's because I care. So thanks, guys. So I'm taking this very seriously, and I will be reconsidering people in my life moving forward, because it's hurtful, and it should be. So please tag, repost, tag as many people as possible. I am in the process of getting in touch with the family and doing my job and my due diligence on my end, but I need...
Wait. Have you spoken directly to a canine unit in your area?
I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Oh, so this is a new case that she's bringing in. This is a case that she needs to bring in to the staple of cases she has, and she's going to add that to... I don't know that she actually does anything other than announce that she's bringing it in. I don't know what she does beyond that. Here's another one.
As I'm answering a bunch of questions...
Let me pull it over here where you guys can see it.
Okay, so as I'm answering a bunch of questions, I've found that a lot of people are asking me, how do you conduct your research properly? So beyond having credible sources, this is the theme that you always need to follow.
Beyond having credible sources, how do you conduct research? Credible sources, and then...
Or at least open your mind to, and then your intuition will navigate the rest, okay? Wherever there's aggressive, broad...
So her claim was credible sources, and then your intuition takes over.
There's aggressive broadcasting of information. Wherever they are shifting your attention, look the other way, and there's always the answer. Let your intuition guide.
So I hate to be the person who calls this out, but if you've got the credible sources, you've got the amazing intuition, and you know when they're saying, look over here, don't look over here, how many kids have you brought home? Now, I hate to brag, but I've got one, and I don't even do this for a living. I don't take donations, and I've got one, at least. So I hate to be that guy, but it looks like that's what we're going to have to pull.
The rest, use credible resources from there, of course, and use them as a collection. Listen to specific messengers that have that collection of resources behind the scenes. But I'm telling you, if you start your research with that amount of knowledge and understanding that news sources are a form of entertainment, don't allow it to entertain you. Allow it to guide you.
Are you not entertained? That's what she was trying to say. She just doesn't have... She just didn't have the intuition to see what to say. All right, let's see if she's posted another one then. If she posted that one, maybe she's posted another one. What's this one? She's sharing someone else's Instagram. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Good thing we didn't pull that one over and show it. Jesus Christ. Charged after deep fried body parts were found. Of course, she had to latch onto that story. Have you ever thought that maybe it's not like Hillary Clinton and all the evil Democrats, and it's just some people are crazy and do crazy shit? Anyways, here's another one. She uploaded this one, so let's grab it right quick. I can't show it till I see what it is. Military whistleblower. Maybe this is Q911.
I was an information technology specialist, MLS code 25 Bravo in the U.S. Army, and for a few years I was stationed in the region beneath Pacific Command. During this time, my primary job was monitoring network traffic on what's known as SIPRNet, or the network for the DoD that is responsible for transmitting any level of classified information. So
That's all right so far, Sipper.
That was compartmentalized information, and that was the network where I, either early 2019 or late 2018, started to see a massive spike in abnormal communications between authorized users.
Oh, you think that this is the guy that lives on the bottom bunk?
To authorized users with IP addresses that I could recognize 100% of the time as belonging to Pentagon employees, either uniformed contractors, civilian employees, intelligence officials, something of that nature. And a lot of these communications were related to picking up underage prostitutes.
So it's just so hard for me to believe that you're going to use your work email and the work system that you use to use that email to keep it classified, to be like, hey man, you want to go get some underage whores this weekend? Like, what? I'll pass on that. I'll review it later. It's a 43-minute video. I guess I need to check it out later. I want to see personally from her. What is she doing with her amazing intuition, her staple, her stable of intel sources, her stable. Oh, here's a voice memo. Here we go.
All right, so here's the thing, you guys. I got an EBS, Emergency Broadcast System, report.
She got an EBS
for a flash flood warning in Nashville. I'm in Colorado. Okay, I do have a Nashville phone number. However, my friend that moved from Colorado to Nashville that has a Colorado number got the message. Typically, these emergency notifications would be geographical, I would assume, and that kind of proves that. I've also never, ever received an EBS for weather before, and I'm in Colorado, and we have all four seasons, all kinds of crazy weather. We just had extensive snow that built super fast overnight, and we never got an emergency notification. I'm just going to go ahead and say, what if it's the test? What if it's the test of the system? I don't know, guys.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. This is the test of the system. They're moving in. They are moving in. What if they not only use numbers registered to that area, but they also use triangulation to make sure you're in that area? Both. Bum, bum, bum. It's a test. They're testing the system. They've got to make sure it works before Trump comes riding back on an Abrams wearing nothing but a smile. You can't. He's going to tear down the White House gate on an Abrams tank, riding on the main barrel. They're going to lift him up and set him in the second floor window of the White House. It's going to be amazing, guys. I can't wait. I might cry. Doug cries when he just shows up at CPAC. I might cry when I see him tightrope walk. Like, he's going to waddle a little bit because his feet are going to be forced together, and he's a bigger dude. I know his doctor says he's super healthy, but he's got birthing hips, okay? So when Trump walks out the barrel of a tank, he's going to waddle a little bit because his feet are going to be on top of each other, right? So like a big guy on a tightrope. When he waddles up there wearing nothing but a smile and, of course, a massive erection, I might cry. I don't know what I'll do. There'll definitely be tears and masturbation involved, and from then on out, I can't guarantee anything or rule anything out. I'm excited, guys. Sometimes I make Mariah look up the EBS notification sound on YouTube and just play that shit on repeat. Like, sometimes I need to pick me up. Can you look up the emergency broadcast alert tones and play them on repeat? I'm feeling kind of down. Waddle that flat little ass up there, Mr. Don. This is gonna. I can't wait. Man. Oh no. Once he passes the muzzle brake, it's all skinny barrel from then. They won't be able to stop the waddle. Waddle. He's just going for it. Yeah, is it chills when it happens at the base of your penis, or do they call that something else? Doug said he got chills when he got goosebumps when Trump took the stage at CPAC. He said it felt like a shooting pain up and down his left arm, and as if an elephant was standing on his chest. Must be goosebumps. He's never felt them before. It must have been something good. All right, guys, we started the file on CJ. I've got friends that know her. You've seen Tony had an interaction with her. Dom had an interaction with her. I'm going to be on his show later. I think next week, Monday or so. Next week. But I'm gonna try to build the file out. But someone sent this video in. This would be a. This is one of the. What's the guy's name? Gould that saved the country. Russell J. Gould shared this video. It's some Jason Q level stuff. You got to add the numbers up. This is the man who saved America. Okay, all the politicians took a vacation and went to Florida, and no one was there not a single person was there to save our flag from I'm just going to say it, the Khazarian Jews, okay? They stormed our capital, and everybody had went home or on vacation to Florida. And he was there, luckily, to grab the flag and keep it from being delivered to the Vatican so our country became part of the crown. And I'm glad he was there. He basically ended the corporation of the U.S. So let's see what he's got to say. Got to give the man the time of day. He's playing the world's most extreme game of capture the flag, where everybody loses.
Corporation case number : R period tilde 385 tilde 460 tilde 31.
Okay, I'm already lost. I mean, to be fair, we're 21 seconds in, but 19 seconds of it was a disclaimer. So we're really 2 seconds in. Does anybody know what he's saying? :R tilly :R R3 R tilly :R tilly. Got it. Thank you.
Corporation case number : R period tilde 385 tilde 460 tilde 312 U period S period. Cause of the case: H period R period 6666.
Oh no. Well, if you take 17 colons, and if you take 9 colons and 8 R's and add them up, what do you got? What do you got? Isn't it weird how I take random numbers that all equal 17 and then ask you to add them up and they come to 17? You got 1 and 16, 2 and 15, 3 and 14, 4 and 13, 5 and 12. You see where I'm going here, right? 6 and 11, 10 and 7, gin and juice, all equal 17.
The forensics have been placed in front of me, and I'm maintaining a continuance of the evidence.
And even if you take the number of Satan, 666, and you're going to say, but Will, that equals 18. Well, if I'm plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 2, I just say the word delta, and it equals 17. Watch the water.
With Title 42,
3223, skull and bones, say it twice, double delta, 3223, skull and bones.
1986, knowledge of the contract. Because the United States government ceased to exist in 1999, I hold the factual and forensic evidences of the martial law. And in the martial law, I am the legislator, chief judge, and the executioner.
Oh, by the way, he's the legislator, chief judge, executioner, current United States president, and postmaster general of the world, because he captured the U.S. flag before anybody else can get it.
The former U.S. government who have seen the court-martialing trials in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as well as at the U.S. Supreme Court and the Washington Mall in Washington, D.C., and all the federal employees from the National Security Agency, adjective, pronoun, the United States Department of Defense, adjective, pronoun, adverb, verb, and the U.S. Central Intelligence, no agency.
I don't know, guys. He seems fine to me. If someone came to me and they're like, hey, I think we're going to commit this guy, I'd be like, are you out of your mind? You mean the savior of these here United States? But why? Clay, you can send Robert J. Gould to the House of Windsor.
Adjective, pronouns. The forensics that I'm showing here are my legislation document. And in the legislator document, the U.S. Government Printing Office, as well as the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Congress, placed their seals on back of my contract. And I'm placing their seals on the back of my contract. They sent me a letter from the U.S. Government Printing Office certifying me as the legislator.
He is the legislator.
In those forensics, the U.S. House of Representatives, as well as the U.S. Congress, does not have authorization to use adjectives and pronouns and adverbs and verbs to create and establish laws. This bill, H period R period 6666, has the forensic evidence of a violation of court-martial case number R period
tilde 385, tilde 460, tilde 312, colon U period S period. I'm authorizing the stabilization-force and giving a command through the stabilization-force, through the forensics that will be available on lastflagstanding.com, that there will be no forced health matters or strike forces to intimidate, pressure, or discriminate against the claim of the life claimants.
What was that? Or discriminate? I do the same thing when I'm like, Mariah, would you care? I need to take some notes. Would you care to dictate? But she never gets it.
Matters or strike forces to intimidate, pressure, or discriminate against the claim of the life claimants. The claim of the
I
life
got you, buddy. Makes sense.
You are in the network of the quantum banking system. You have claim of the lives with me, and if any of you get pressured in any way, please contact me immediately at fortheclaimofthelife.com so that the forensics of solutions can be brought and the space-time continuum can be brought into play. For those of you in the government who don't know who I am, the space-time continuum...
I'm just glad that the right wing, which I consider myself a part of, is focused on the issue at hand and not chasing crazy fairy tales like capture the flag and discernment and Robert J. Gould and Charlie Ward and Quantum Financial. I'm just glad that we're focused on the issue at hand, taking back the country. I'm excited.
Very dangerous thing. Blood.
Blood.
Civilization. These are things that many have thought about in the future and in the past and in the now. There are many things out there that I don't get to see.
Yeah, like pussy or titties. I would go out on a limb and say some things that you haven't seen in a while are tits and a vagina.
Keep me safe.
It does keep you safe. I will agree with that. Keeps you wealthier as well.
And in the now. There are many things out there that I don't get to see. They keep me safe. But I do tell you one thing. I live by the blood. For those of you who know me within the government, know that I have sacrificed all my blood for this moment.
Me too. I have a fantasy where Robert J. Gould says, "Sir, come here for a second. I need to inspect your package." We're in a post office, of course, and he lashes me to two open post office boxes, and I don't want to give away the best part, but let's just say he makes sure I know that he's the general, okay? And I thought he was there to inspect my package, but he's the only one making the delivery, okay?
Isotoping blood and the space-time continuum, I look at it a little bit different for you fiction actors out here and you fake story timeline people. I look at it much different. Your blood. I look at generation virilities. Everyone in your family's blood. Do not make me go there. Do not make those who keep me safe go there.
What the fuck is this? Oh no.
Looked at as a dry...
Do not make me go there. Run. Run.
...dock vessel. Because as blood moves and flows, it also can be manipulated through the very thing that I speak of in the space-time continuum. And those of you in the government who challenge me in this condition, no.
I just listen, Robert. I just think we should stay calm. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, I get worked up when other people get worked up.
Know now that if one hair is harmed on one claim of the life citizen,
The other grifters are claiming that this man saved America from the Jews. This man saved America from the Jews.
Blood. We will look at it much different. We will look at your dry dock vessel blood, and we will look at...
I don't think you at least have to have a warrant and a medical doctor. They ain't a single motherfucker fixing to come up inside my dry dock and look for blood, okay? I don't even know how big a UV light is, but my dry dock has been exit only for years. Tried it twice, never liked it, and a UV light seems like a contraption that will not fit in my dry dock, okay? You just stay in your dry dock, stay the fuck out of mine, brother.
Your generation virilities and see what you have sacrificed, because you will sacrifice it all. Those who know me in the space-time continuum know that I'm a pretty mellow guy. I have a yin and yang to me. I'm a good guy. I'm nice to people. I'm maybe too nice.
Yin and yang is what he named the prisoners in his basement. They're not even Asian. He's just like, you're yin and you're yang. Guy's like, my name's Tim. My family lives in Utah. Please call.
Maybe if some of you think I'm weak. Maybe some of you think I'm not strong. But look into these eyes. I know what blood sacrifice is all about. And you want to scare claim of the life citizens? Do you have any idea who I am?
No. To be completely honest with you, I have no fucking idea who you are or why you think you have a claim to anything other than you're a fucking psychopath. I am literally as scared of you as I am as scared or as afraid of Jason Q or accidentally shrinking, getting lost in my front yard and being mowed to death by the end of the week. I think those are all likely situations. Like they're all on the same level. Either you or Jason Q is going to have something done to me, attack me, put a hit out on me, or I am going to shrink to the size of a blade of grass and be mowed down in my prime. All those are just as likely to happen.
Whew. I have been kind to all of you nonsensical fools and your birth certificates. This system that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, no. I don't know if you're calling out Mike, but Mike's got the longest forehead I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how much brain is up there, but I'll be goddamn if he ain't got a lot of skull. It might be solid skull. I don't know, but I wouldn't try him. He might have telekinesis and shit. Calm down. What's up, Rage?
Your birth certificates give you a position to open your mouth? I don't think so. Shut your mouth, birth certificate people! Your fake storylines are coming to an end. Because...
Did he just call the people who issue birth certificates birth certificate people? Shut your mouth, birth certificate peoples. You sons of bitches. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, the casinos got us again. How the casinos always find my channel? The casino bots. I think somebody's doing it intentionally because you can pay like for bot attacks. I think somebody's doing it intentionally.
Baddest man on the planet is here!
Who?
Storylines?
But I'm here. If you're looking for the baddest motherfucker on the planet and I'm here and you're there, how am I with you?
Are coming to an end. Because the man, the baddest man on the planet, is here!
Yes. No, I'm over here.
And you want to play for blood? Okay. I'm cool like that.
I only play for orgasm. We can play whatever game that you want to play, but I fully intend on having a full-blown orgasm. My toes curling.
Keep in mind of the space-time continuum. Rewind, 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 rewind. You see, fact and correctness is coming to this planet. And we do get what we want, which is accountability, happiness, free venture capitalism. People getting...
Anybody that sweats in their video from start to finish, something's going on. I mean, it's either drug-induced or panic or I don't know, but something's going on.
Not having...
July 10th, 2020.
You want to force your
Is
ideas...
that recent enough?
...the live people in the now space? You got to come through me. I am a kind man, but don't mistake my kindness that I'm a pussy, because I ain't.
Pussy.
I love the blood feud. I live by the blood feud. I sacrifice by the blood feud.
I didn't choose the blood feud. The blood feud chose me.
Don't think I haven't.
He needs a fucking Xanax.
Federal fake actors and your fake storylines and your fake presidents and your fake marshals and your fake fumbling...
Send that to the House of Windsor.
Your fake Pope and your fake Jesuits. You know who I am? I'm now authorizing Cosmic-Crown:1, Cosmic-Crown:2, and Cosmic-Crown:3. For those of you who are in the unified mercenary...
I don't know what he just threatened me with, but I am actually more comfortable now. I feel better, like a sense of relief. Cosmic-Crown:1, Cosmic-Crown:2, Cosmic-Crown:3. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for reaching out.
Watch list. You know what that means. Know your role and do your job.
Somebody make an argument that he's not on drugs. Any argument that he's not on drugs. And I'm not saying just recreational drugs. If you want to make an argument that he's crazy, cool. But he's on psychotropics. Psychotics. Meth. He's on something. Even if they're legally prescribed. This man's on drugs. A lot.
For I am Russell-J. Gould, Postmaster-General of our world, Commander-in-Chief. And now you know.
So if you don't know why he keeps saying like hyphen and period and 3 and 1, he claims that because he and his friend, who is now dead, he and his friend knew contract law so well that they were able to get the flag and make him the president and the Postmaster General of the world. And one of the tenets in their ploy to take over the world, to save it, was the fact that when you're talking about contract law, you have to pronounce all of the punctuation. So you would be like, in Article 3, period 6, dash 42, semicolon B, period 1663, the article states as follows, quotation mark, this man is now president, period, end quotation mark, statement 3-6, semicolon A. And that's how they actually won their case, was by pronouncing all the punctuation in the contracts to rule the world.
You're with the knowledge.
And I think what he does, I think he feels out official paperwork that just has a place for like insert name here, and he puts like his name is Legislator Gould, and then he gets a form letter printed back to himself, and in that form letter it'll say, "Oh, thanks for reaching out, Legislator Gould, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Look, they called me legislator, they called me legislator, they responded, bah." The tree of knowledge of ghoul and evil. What is this? Hold on. Corporation case number R period 385 460 312 U period S period last flag standing period com period for the claim of life period com period copy claim / copyright period. So now he's going to copyright claim me. I'll be damned. We are fucked now. I don't even... Where do we go from here? Has he had any other meltdowns? That's the one we just watched. Let's see what this one is.
Independence Charter. But I have a different perspective. I see July 4th as more like a symbol.
Oh, your audio's out of sync.
A symbol of the Day of the Slaves, due to the games that were being played from the Founding Fathers, in the banking of the borrowing of money, as well as the fraudulent fictitious grammar, ultimately being used to harvest the people from truly having rights, and knowing that their beloved Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, and constitutional charters were actually bankruptcy charters, which means when the debt was paid, these charters and rights would cease to exist. That brought us to 1999. When the debt got paid, the people got played. In my documentary film at lastflagstanding.com, I give more closure in 1999, when the government chose to abandon their flag, go rogue, so they didn't have to follow any guidelines, so they could continue scams against the people and keep them in bondage day after day. In 1999, the debt was paid.
Whoa, wardrobe change. What are we wearing?
And as it was paid, the people got played. Today we're going to take a look at evidence of communication, look at evidence of how people are being played through what's called parallel construction. Parallel construction is evidence on the basis for conducting a criminal investigation, where they use methods to conceal the nativity of the starting point where we should be looking at for the root cause of actions and consequences. So today we're going to take a look at some of the things that are being done to the American citizens, such as spying on the citizens, which we have evidence here from a journalist, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is being spied on by his own confession in this video. What is not being said to him is the root cause of why they can get away with it. Someone is telling Tucker Carlson that the National Security Agency only spies on people on foreign soil. But what they failed to tell Tucker Carlson is he is on the foreign soil.
Listening to
Whoa! Okay.
on U.S. citizens by the NSA, and is Tucker Carlson one of them?
Well, the NSA, as I think you're well aware, I'm sure everyone's aware, everyone on this plane is aware, I should say, is an entity that focuses on foreign threats and individuals who are attempting to do us harm on foreign soils.
No denial. Of course, she's right that the NSA is chartered to spy on foreigners, not on Americans. That's illegal. And yet the NSA does routinely spy on Americans. It won't call it spying. That's exactly what it is. It is dangerous and it's wrong. Some faceless hack in a powerful government spy agency decides he doesn't like what you think, so he's going to hurt you, and there's nothing you can do about it? That could happen to you. Question remains, did the Biden administration read my personal email?
That's right, Jay Hyatt.
Question that we asked
Jay Hyatt, #1 fan. Never missed a show, start to finish. Since I began this, everybody give her a round of applause. I'm not even being like an asshole. Like, she's always been here.
Directly to NSA officials when we spoke to them about 20 minutes ago in a very heated conversation. Did you read my emails? And again, they refused to say. Again and again. And then they refused even to explain why they couldn't answer that simple question. We can't tell you, and we won't tell you why we can't tell you.
So I think the reason that I think the reason that so there's, I wish Dom was still here. So there's a thing when you're doing like an investigation called like incidental. I think it's incidental gathering or incidental evidence, or it's when by and through no means of your own, like you didn't seek out a person, but let's say I'm investigating, or so let's say I'm keeping tabs on Kim Jong-un, okay? And it just so happens that fucking Michael Jordan calls him up to play a game of one-on-one with him. And they spend 4 emails deciding where the game will be played, what court it's going to be on, if they're going to use a regulation basketball. And Kim Jong-un is like, well, I'm really short. Can we lower the goal? And Michael Jordan's like, well, I'm really fucking tall and kind of used to the goal where it's at. And they argue back and forth. Now, I was monitoring, as a foreign agent, I was monitoring the leader of North Korea. I just happened to end up with information from Michael Jordan. So if Michael Jordan says, oh, they're spying on me, not exactly. We're spying on the leader of North Korea, as everyone should assume, or maybe you didn't know, but we're spying on the leader of North Korea. You contacted him, and we happened to end up with your email trail. I think that he was probably speaking with a foreign. Now, if it comes out that he's speaking to an American in America, then and they're gathering information on him, that's a little bit different story, but I don't think he is. I think he's speaking to either someone who fled abroad, or someone who is abroad, or someone is whatever. And incidentally, they ended up gathering some of his information.
Emails. And the message was clear. We can do
I think you should call in and give us your best Elvis voice.
whatever we want. We can read your personal texts. We can read your personal emails. We can send veiled threats your way to brush you back if we don't like your politics. We can do anything. We're our own country, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. We're in charge. You're not. Orwellian does not begin to describe.
Oh, I didn't know that. He was trying to get an interview with Vladimir Putin. So that would end up, I mean, they would see his messages. They wouldn't, okay. If he's talking to someone trying to contact Vladimir Putin for an interview, they wouldn't be able to go into shouldn't, by law, be able to go into his computer and see what he sent to his co-worker, John, who lives in D.C. But anything between him and Vladimir Putin is fair game now. Or whoever he was speaking to, because we're keeping files on those guys. But if they went above and beyond and went beyond that and said, oh, well, now that he's talking to Vladimir Putin, I want to know what he's saying to, what's that, Ingersley or whatever, that bitch that works at Fox News. I want to see what he's saying to her. Now, that's too far. The Ingram report or whatever. Laura Ingram. That's too far. Now, I don't agree with a lot of this, but we're talking Patriot Act stuff. Everybody was pissed off. Everybody was like, fuck those terrorists. Everybody kind of agreed to this. So I don't agree with the way it is, but it's legal as long as they got the foreign dignitary, that part of it.
Has classified tens of millions of patriotic Americans, the kind who served in the military and fly flags in front of their homes, as potential domestic terrorists, white supremacist saboteurs. We're going to see a whole lot more of this kind of thing.
You see, when the debts were paid and the United States came out of international bankruptcy in 1999, the holder in trust of the bankruptcy was the United States Postal Service. The United States Postal Service was holding the land in title under to have and to hold under allodial title. However, when they came out of bankruptcy, the post office itself lost its authorization to hold land. Therefore, the land itself went into a foreign soil condition of the state. The National Security Agency, which gets its authorization from the U.S. Post Office, which then lost its authorization to exist as a corporation because the United States Post Office came in violation of Title 39, Section 101, subsection A and subsection B.
Are you saying what's the matter with his hair looking fucking amazing? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I don't think he can help it. He's a bad mamma jamma.
Summary of conclusion of a fake presidential election went to the U.S. Supreme Court. In order to go into the U.S. Supreme Court, you must file a writ of certiorari, Rid is a pronoun, of is an adverb, making certiorari a verb. There's no such thing as certiorari as a verb. And the U.S. Supreme Court at the time in 2000 can only give you an opinion. It could not give you a fact of who a leader was, because the guidelines to elect a president ended because the president was the trustee of the bankruptcy. So what they're not telling Tucker Carlson is his authorization to state a claim as a journalist went defunct because the foundation for his employment, his education, was based upon a birth certificate system that lost its ability.
I actually personally requested, Carolyn, that you would be removed as top fan. I figured if you're getting banned that much, you're probably not a good influence on our new fans. So I actually specifically requested Facebook. I used your name, your picture, and your social security number to make sure that you wouldn't be a top fan anymore. I feel like that was the best decision for my family, for the safety of my life after being threatened by the corporation of Robert-J-Gould.com. And I really wish you'd back the fuck off, okay?
To exist as an administrative corporation. So Tucker Carlson, to answer your question correct on why you're being spied on, is you are the foreigner, you have no ability to state a claim because of your birth certificate status, and you are on the foreign soil. Thus, you have foreign soil, you have a fraudulent entity called the National Security Agency. And Tucker, I'd like to give you a little background on communication. Does 2 + 2 = 4?
And Tucker, I'd like to put your penis in my mouth.
Plus TO = FOR. Does TWO plus TO = FORE? Point being, it must be written down to have command as an authorization for a statement of a claim. What that means is that if you don't have the right mechanics and methods as you write things down, you lose jurisdiction of what you're trying to say for the ability to state a claim. I'd like to give a little grammar lesson to the world and to Tucker Carlson about facts. Otherwise,
oh no. Oh no. The man don't have a whiteboard. He had to write it on paper. Facts, noun. 35 = 35. Adjective, pronoun.
In mathematics and in numerology, numbers are...
Oh shit. We zoomed in.
Nouns. We use hyphens between nouns to command control of the nouns. If you take the hyphen out, as was shown here with 30-5, 30-5 equals 35. If you take the mechanic out or the method out, you create subjective interpretation, which are adjective pronouns. It's an opinion. The subjective interpretation on what the value of the word is. So now, without the hyphen, 30 becomes a adjective description of 5, and it has no authority for the statement of a claim because you lose volition or control of your subject matter. Same thing holds true with the National Security Agency, which is an adjective pronoun scenario. Now, I would like to give you a story about myself. In 2005, I was conducting the world's...
This guy must be Jesus.
And I was at Monterey, California, at the U.S. Department of Defense Linguistics University for communication skills. And I syntexed and proved the forms of the U.S. Department of Defense Linguistics School to be completely 100% fraud. Later that afternoon, the National Security Agency, as an adjective pronoun, pulled me off the streets to have a conversation about what I had just done to their function of communication. When they pulled out their fake badges, being the National Security Agency as an adjective pronoun, I syntexed their adjective pronoun.
Joke's on you, Carolyn. I don't get any night, to be honest with you. Unless I happen to be in the shower, that's the only place I'm allowed to masturbate because it makes such a mess.
There was also a member of the Department of Defense, which is a pronoun adverb verb. I identified Department of Defense as a pronoun adverb verb. I told the National Security Agency and the Department of Defense to put their silly badges back in their pocket before I bitch slapped them for stupidity. They looked at each other and said, oh yeah.
Whoa. Put up your silly badges in your pocket before I bitch slap you boys. And we have to go another round. Me on my knees.
We need to talk to. When they put their phony baloney badges back in their pocket and they're like, this is fake. And we're like, yes, this is fake. This is fiction. You're known as fiction. We then had a conversation about the pecking order on planet Earth of communication, how nouns are certified with prepositional phrases to establish a fact, and to talk about the controlling functions of some of the things I was doing in my court-martialing of the Bush and Cheney regime in Washington, D.C. They completely concurred that they were a fraudulent organization.
Let's just say we've changed presidents twice since I've been laid.
With no authority to state a claim. Tucker Carlson, if you want to step into the big boy field and play around with the big boys, you better know how to syntax, because if you can't control your world, somebody's going to control it for you. They're going to tell you you're on foreign soil, which is an adjective pronoun. They're going to direct you in circles and looping of things that don't exist. You must have ability to control your facts. So you can learn a little bit about this and get your...
I was wondering why you were missing from chat, Carolyn. Now I know. Somebody done hoed your potato roll, huh? I hope Mark knows about it.
Yourself the necessary education so that when you do run into this parallel construction,
hoeing them taters,
and is thwarting the command position of the Postmaster-General, me, Russell J. Gould, and Commander-in-Chief, when you know these facts to be true, the fiction will leave you alone. But you have to know the foundation or the root cause, which is your birth certificate, and the ability for you to conduct...
Why do we keep doing the least dramatic, least professional Zooms in the entire industry? Hope you know what you're doing. Zoom, 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 zoom. Because if you don't, that could be bad. Zoom out.
From your birth certificate is a negative condition of state, and you will get no answers and no solutions. Now, the American journalists can all sit in denial all they want, but it doesn't change the facts that the birth certificate system and the U.S. presidency's authorizations and guidelines to elect a president ended in 1999. I cannot change that, nor do I live in the past. We can only establish the facts in the now space scenario. So as you move forward in your journalistic ways,
Carolyn's on Facebook, so if you're not in live chat, if you're in top chat, you're not seeing the bot with all the comments from Facebook. When you see Restream pop up, the name after Restream is whoever that is. Restream's not a person; it's the bot that relays Facebook comments to YouTube, so we can all talk together. But you have to have live chat on. If you're on top chat, you don't see it.
You now have knowledge of what a fact looks like and what it does not look like. If you want to remain factless, by all means, continue on in your denial, and the American journalists continue to blocking this story about there actually being presidents. Give me a break. That ended in 1999. Point being, if you do not control your parallel construction, you will have words defined for you, and you will be spun in loops of no solutions. In closing, on this weekend of July 4th, the Day of the Slaves, learn how to...
Loops of no solutions. Now think about that. Loops of no solutions. That's honestly how I describe marriage. Loops of no solutions.
Syntax. Because if you don't know how to communicate correct, the fiction will eat you up. You can learn more about this at lastflagstanding.com.
Jason Q used this guy as a legitimate source.
As a solution at fortheclaimofthelife.com. What the Claim of the Life does, and it gives you a foundation to join the correct flag, which I have the Title IV copyrights to, stemming from a filing at the United Nations in 1999, for copyrights on the Title IV 1 to 1.9 dimension flag. The value in that is, as you go to ports and courts and banks, when you hoist the colors in the correct communication parsing syntax grammar, you now have the capacity to state a claim. If you don't have the correct flag, you don't have the capacity to state a claim in your world, nor do others have a chance to join it. The value of being able to state a claim and to control the definitions of the words that you are going to allow into your life gives you a tactical position to block and defend yourself from negativity and create a dynasty around you, to be a sovereign, to choose your own battles, to choose your own way that you see the facts to be positioned by the prepositional phrase. You preset the facts.
Wait. What the fuck just flashed on screen?
To be positioned by the prepositional phrase.
You ain't gonna give me some liminal shit. What is this? Worship Satan? Oh, he put the copyright claim in there. The fuck out of here. Please claim me. I'll show up at your fucking house looking for work to do and hardware in the fucking trunk, brother.
The prepositional phrase, you preset the facts. Without presetting the facts, you create subjective interpretation, which is what we see on these words right here, such as when you take the hyphen out between domestic terrorist, it becomes an adjective pronoun. Now, domestic to me in this position can mean a cup, or it can mean a table, or a chair. It's only subjective interpretation. And terrorist in this position becomes a pronoun or a no fact, because the prefix pro to a word means no. So as you learn how to syntax and learn the order of operations of prefix...
The last time I was in a bank lobby and hoisted Old Glory, they're like, sir, put your pants back on, and why do you have an erection? And I was like, oh, I thought that's what this meant.
...and suffixes, commanding your position with a fact in the now space...
Man, DK, that's exactly right. That's why I'm in hell.
...will give you the necessary control to control your world. Without that, someone else is going to define it for you. Someone else is going to control...
I'm that dog that just burst into flames that said, everything's okay.
J. Gould, Postmaster-General, Commander-in-Chief, and now you're with the knowledge.
Wow. Sorry, I was eating something right quick, but that was fucking wild, dude. Wow. I can't... This dude is something else. Let's see. Let's watch one more. It's 12:15. I gotta see one more. Which one looks the best? There he's got the curly Q going on. Oh, look, he's slick backed over here. Look at this. This looks interesting.
Hey, you know, from... Hello, I'm Russell.
If you really want to make a channel, I hope none of the grifters are watching this. If you really want to make a channel that no one can talk shit about, what you do is you compose a unique musical piece and you register it the right way to where it's official, like legal music that you own the copyright to. Register it with YouTube as copywritten music. Play it in the background of your entire video. YouTube bends over backwards for the fucking music industry. And if they think you're part of it and you have music, they'll strike everybody's shit down.
Hello, I'm Russell-J. Gould. And wow, what a year. 2020. You know, for most of us, when we hear the word 2020, the first thing we think about is vision, what we see. Boy, did
I got your old baby dough roller back here. You need it?
Behind us now. We can see what other people want for us, the vision that they want for us, and they keep bombarding us nonstop with the social engineering from the news, from these vaccines, and wear your mask, and all this social chemical engineering to persuade your body and your mind to think that that's an outcome that you foresee for your lives. Well, it's not.
Does anyone else's family use 4 bottles of the industrial-sized Hidden Valley Ranch a week at their home?
Not up for someone else to tell you the outcome of your life. I challenge each and every one of you to find the vision that fits best for your life. What you see, what you manifest, what you bring into your area, what you allow to come in, and to block out that which keeps bombarding in, where they're looping in on this continuum of looping.
Us neither. I was just asking. Don't judge us.
That nonsensical jargon. The fact that they're actually trying to pull off this presidential election of 2020 here in the United States. Wow. And worldwide, as we look at this.
I believe it was 2011 the last time I made a meal. Since then, I've been eating chicken patties from the microwave.
Suffering going down where people are losing their jobs and losing all these things based upon this engineered catastrophe, this pantomime of fakeness called COVID. So as you manifest for yourselves, and I challenge you to see the outcome that's best for you. Only you know what that is. Thank goodness that.
Why does he have ponytails? And why am I even more aroused?
Many of you are getting claims of the life. And as you get your claims of the life, you're learning how to share that knowledge to allow good into your lives. I'm not sure what each and every one of you are doing, but I'm looking forward to your testimonies, and we're looking forward to publishing some of your testimonies on the
Liam's genetic makeup is 1/3 pizza roll.
Outcomes of using the claim of the life and how it benefited your life, either for your children going through the public schools without a birth certificate, only using a claim of the life, or something as simple as contracting with your business and having your business set up in a mannerism that has factual, correct communication.
Having your business set up in a mannerism, I don't think it's the same thing. Hold on. Maybe I could be wrong. Not Amazon. Mannerism. Mannerism is exaggerated or affected adherence to a particular style or manner. I guess that could work. I always think of mannerism as like the way someone talks or acts, or like the mannerisms, like the way they act. Like if you're doing an impression, you're copying someone's mannerisms. That might work for business, though. I don't know.
Partially syntax grammar. So there are many facets to the claim of the life. Really looking forward to your testimonies. But wow, 2020 and now 2021, this is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year for all of us. Not a year that we live in fear, but a year that we learn to communicate. Learn to see what our outcome, to make our outcome, to taste it, to touch it, to have it come into your now.
I want to taste it. Wow. How do we taste it?
I challenge each and every one of us, as well as I challenge myself, to be a better person and to manifest positive performance for the people of the planet. Thank you guys very much for supporting me and watching my film this last year, lastflagstanding.com. And thanks for getting your
Now I'm flashing shit on the screen. Sorry about that.
Everything that's going on here. I'd like to share just a little bit about what I got going on. This next first part of 2021, I'll be dealing with the Supreme Court. As many of you know, I'm Chief Judge at the Supreme Court. I have many functions going on there right now. It's because of this fake election and some of the national security concerns that we're seeing out here. This is why, for many of you who have been following me, watch Chain of the Command and some of my prior videos, you can see the foresight that I had for alerting the different countries and keeping them out of our election as we proceed into my Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. So many of you are going to start to see that. And as you see that, you'll know that I'm manifesting things for a positive performance for the people, a world where the self-autonomy of governments and sovereignty is upon each and every one of us, where we lift the yoke, because the yoke is not on the governments to support us, the yoke is on the people to support themselves. And so as we move that bondage of the government trying to project holding you hostage from your lifestyle, from doing the things that you love, either in jobs or being with your families or gathering or doing things such as playing, dancing or going swimming with your friends or skiing or whatever you guys are doing, playing basketball. There's many things.
I used to feel bad for people, and I thought, you know what, my life's pretty fucked up, and I'm not doing fucked up shit.
Back riding. There's many things that we do together as mankind, and as we share that fun and energy and that love with our fellow mankind.
My wife is dancing and having a lot of fun. Do you have a live feed, Huntsman?
Just remember to be safe and be cognizant and manifest what's best for you, and only you know that, because you have your claim of the life and you have your sovereignty within you. So 2021. It's going to be a great year. I see many wonderful things happening for the planet, and I see a lot of things that are keeping us suppressed getting out of the way. It's not their time.
At least he's not yelling and shit. Like, we're backing up. He's going more crazy, I think.
It's time for the government to step back, because there is no.
The most recent one's where he freaked out.
In the United States in 1999. So, thank you guys for watching Last Flag Standing and the movie at lastflagstanding.com, so you can see what I'm talking about in this bankruptcy of 1999. I've recently seen some videos of many people throughout the whole world. Very exciting times where they're gathering together and they're going shopping together without masks and they're sticking together. There's no social distance.
I know you guys said something about Doug. There's not anything interesting with Doug. Like, he's Bologna Fried will only let him do legit stuff now. And all day he did these clips from the show, a VIP dinner, Bologna Fried mostly, and some Brad. And then the show they did last night, they just left. Like, here, I'll show you.
Orders. Bridge with us in attendance. So what?
Sorry, apparently I watched quite a bit of it. So Linwood and Presley Stutz come on, but they just left the show.
So because you're a hero of the Republican Party.
No, and let me take it from the top, Tim and Doug, and to tell you, the people, we the people,
yeah,
we're the heroes.
Yeah, there's 300 people that got up and applauded you. They are the ones that made the difference.
Well, that's true. But let me bring a little context to this, if I may.
Because, Mariah, the last time I took you to a swingers party, you're like, oh, I thought there would be men here. And I said, ha, you were wrong.
Back in March of...
all women swingers.
We put a call into our newest resident of South Carolina, Mr. Lynn Wood. And Lynn
they bow out and leave. They even said, we're just going to leave, and let you guys do it because you are the important people and blah, blah, blah. And they just leave the whole fucking show.
We're together as a mankind. We're together as a species. As we're together and we join together and not social distance ourselves, the fabric of being together as friends and colleagues and family and lovers. As we do this, know that there's much positive energy throughout the whole world for all of us to stand together and to take off our masks and to go shopping. And the business owners, wow! Some of the cool signs we're seeing there. Wear a mask or not. You're getting it. You're getting the fact that, this is a pantomime. This is all fake. The COVID itself is designed to harness and muzzle you. And that's what we need, the breath of our life. We need all of it to come out of us, all the energy to come, all your life force to come out of us, each and every one of us. It's what we all cling to. It's all what balances us. So thank you guys for taking off your masks and doing what you know in your heart is the best thing for you to do. Have a wonderful 2021. I'm Postmaster General of our world, Russell-J. Gould, and thank you very much for supporting and watching these videos that I've been placing out.
I would like to say we were opening a file on Russell J. Gould, but to be honest with you, we're going to have to open up a file cabinet. This motherfucker has been crazy for years. He claims he saves America back in 99. TJ Dunning, we opened a file on tonight. The Lynn Wood stuff was really good. If you missed that, the first part of the show, go back and rewatch it. A guy calling him out on some very legitimate issues. I text Scotty McKay. Is Simon Rex. He's a comedian. He was joking dry. In case you see something else about him. Funny that Conley took you serious and shared it. Yeah, I figured it was satire. I just didn't know who he was. Like, was he doing satire for a political motive? I didn't know he was a comedian. I texted Scotty today and said, hey, Scott, damn it. My tweets never show where I think they're going to show up at. I said, ask Scott McKay, you still pretending to care about veterans, especially disabled combat veterans who are losing their homes? Good. I have a way to put your tour money where your mouth is. No response, of course. There never is. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut down this stream. I got some research to do on some other stuff. There's nothing really going on. I got a mic that I already downloaded while we were watching this stream. I'm going to shut down this stream, and then I'm going to go live from the Cold Beer Creations and show you guys the drone. Do a quick video on the drone. I got it flying today. We might even take it out and fly it under the street light, maybe. Mess around with it in the driveway, and I can show you what it does. So if you want to hop on that, you're more than welcome. If you don't, I understand. Let me give you the link before everybody leaves. It's the link to the other channel is Cold Beer Creations. Thank you for the donations tonight, by the way. If you want to hang out over there, cool. If you don't, cool, I understand. It's not a big deal, but go over there and subscribe. I'm going to go live probably from my cell phone. Pull the drone over here and we'll play with it. I'll do something. I'll take it outside and fly a little bit and show you like the stuff I got going on because I got to finish putting together a new video for it. But I'll be right over there. There's the link to go to that channel. I'll be back up live in maybe 5-10 minutes. Over there, it's only got 2 videos on it, but you can go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be there. Hit the like on the way out. Thank you, Jay High Ashbury. And I'll be around over there for maybe, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes till our normal time, but it'll be with the drone if you're interested in that. If you're not, I understand. Some people just want to hear me talk shit or whatever. That's cool. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for the donations. Rachel LaCroix, Char. That was from last night. Rachel LaCroix was the one donation through Cult Club. We had a couple that come through Buy Me a Coffee. Let me check those out. And we had a couple on GoFundMe. I saw those go through. Thank you for those. let the GoFundMe ones load. There's only a couple orders that are on hold from the merch store right now, and those are for sizes. Different things going on with sizes. So we have Mindy K bought 3 6-packs, Bulldozer bought 10 6-packs, Lou Baloo bought 8 6-packs, but I think that was from yesterday, right? Maybe not. Brian Tucker, 1 6-pack, 1 6-pack. And Deb Bell from yesterday, that surge party for Jeff's balls. Thank you for those donations. And like I said, over on the GoFundMe, I saw one from Jill just a little bit ago. So thank you for that. I'll play the outro music. We're out of here. Don't forget to join us Monday or next week. I'm going to be on Dom's show. Tuesday for sure. I got that date set for sure. I think it's going to be Monday on Dom's show, but on iHeartRadio. But Tuesday for sure is when we're having the Grifter show. It's not, I don't even know why I called it that. It's just me and Em and Tony and Pimpy and Rice hanging out. So it's most of the Grift Busters plus Pimpy and Rice TV. So hang out with us there. We'll see you on the next one in a little bit. I'll be over here at Cold Beer Creations. Thank you for joining us. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you guys up in a minute. Have a good night. If you're not joining us, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. If you are, I'll see you in a minute.
Will burn, motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts, cause you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle because that's really pathetic. But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you over there on the other channel if you're coming. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.
You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started.
Good deal, Brian. I'm proud of you.
Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Well, my true believer, y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip, worshiping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit, swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped them to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This is Arm's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They be working copy on cocks that came first. 9th inning, second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit, sending bronze to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience, it's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, these leeches, with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby-eating heathens. Believing in reasons with no meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts, cause you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle because that's really pathetic. But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the fork and balls to call out the people on this planet